Whatever your summit looks like, it's easier to reach when your body is strong and healthy. At Summit Orthopedics, our team of highly specialized physicians listens to and values every one of our patients. We take a conservative approach to care to get you back to your healthy and active lifestyle. Reach your summit. Summit Orthopedics. Visit summitortho.com to make an appointment today.
Brew Pub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brew Pub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brew Pub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brew Pub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Hey, how's it going?
Great. You here to pick up my truck?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that was easy. Yeah, I knew Luther buys cars, but I had no idea it was this simple and convenient. Is there anything you guys don't do?
Not really.
Will you buy any car?
Yeah.
Even that one?
Even that one.
Wow, you do it all.
Luther Auto, over 40 locations and one of the region's largest inventories. Luther Auto, we do it all.
Some matzo pizzas are made in the heart of America's dairyland, Kaukauna, Wisconsin. Every Brew Pub pizza is made with the highest quality meat and veggie toppings. Then bombarded with over half a pound of award-winning Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. Snag a slice of Brew Pub Pizza at the concession stand or enjoy a whole pizza conveniently located in the frozen pizza section of your local grocery store. Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizzas, the ingredients for a great time.
Youth Hockey Hub
In
presents
life, we all need a little help
Friday
to reach our
Night
summit.
Ice.
Whatever
Brought to
your
you
summit
by
looks like,
Luther
it's
Automotive.
easier to reach when your body is strong and healthy. At Summit
Top
Orthopedics,
teams
our
facing
team of
off in
highly specialized
big games under
physicians
the lights.
listens to and values every one of our patients. We take a conservative
Friday Night Ice, the state of hockey's brightest tradition.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Friday Night Ice, brought to you by Youth Hockey Hub. Here we are at the new and improved Bloomington Ice Garden in beautiful Bloomington, Minnesota, the site of Friday Night Ice, brought to you by Youth Hockey Hub. Welcome everyone to the new and improved Bloomington Ice Garden. My name is Peter Odney, and I'll be one of your tour guides here during the pregame show. I am here with my partner in professionalism, and some might say my partner in life, Mr. Tony Scott. Tony, good evening. How are you?
I'm doing great, Peter. This is our new and improved, like you said, venue. I would say this place is a 10 out of 10. I love it. How about you?
I love it. I love the paint. I love the new lighting. Still some bugs to be worked out like anything, but I think that Bloomington Ice Garden is well on its way to becoming one of the premier hockey and figure skating venues in the Metro. Would you agree?
I totally agree with it. And if you've been to Las Vegas and you've seen the bathrooms there, the bathrooms here are on par with that. That's all I'm going to say.
The bathrooms at Red Rock or the Bellagio?
Bellagio. Definitely Bellagio. Welcome to Bellagio Ice Garden.
Nothing but class here at Friday Night Ice. Have we got a treat on tap for you today? The matchup, Holy Family taking on Holy Angels. Holy Angels, I would consider the neighborhood team here just down the road in Richfield, Minnesota. And Tony, you got to spend a little bit of time with the Holy Angel Stars. What'd you learn from the Stars?
Well, I know a lot of those kids from our youth programming here at YHH, and a lot of them are from here in Bloomington. So my theory on this was, let's bring in some kids who grew up, cut their teeth on this ice here, and they got yelled at by Nancy Kaufman. They snuck in the back door for varsity games. They did all the things that you do here at Big, and it was fun to hear their version of what their vision of YHH is and what their stops here at Big have been.
Well, it's funny you mentioned sneaking into the arena. I believe I did see a door propped open in a back corner. An orange construction cone might be letting some people in, but we're okay with that. It is a true family atmosphere here at Bloomington Ice Garden. We see a lot of familiar faces rolling around. I want to know what this place means to you as a Bloomington resident, a Bloomington taxpayer, to see it all come to fruition.
Well, first of all, I'm happy they got it done on time because we had a lot of stuff to do here. But more importantly, I grew up here. I grew up in Minneapolis. Denny May, the 36-year rink manager, got us out here. We skated a lot of time here. Section playoffs were here. Big games against Kennedy and Jefferson were here. Everything I've done, my life has revolved around games in this building, so it's great to open up the high school season here at my favorite rink in the state.
Well, thanks for that, Tony. We've heard from Tony Scott, Bloomington resident. Now let's hear from some kids who've called big home since they started skating.
Bloomington Ice Garden was built in 1970 during a time when cities in Minnesota began to commit to indoor community-owned ice arenas. Later in 1975, Bigwood added a figure skating rink, and due to high demand, a third sheet was built in 1993. For 32 years, Big went mostly unchanged until the spring of this year. The people of Bloomington approved a $37 million bond to completely remodel their facility. Upgrades included shrinking Rink 3 from Olympic size to NHL size, new high school locker rooms, and expanded spectator and meeting spaces. 7 Holy Angels players hail from Bloomington and cut their teeth on the 3 sheets at the Garden.
My first Mite Jamboree game was playing against Kennedy, and it was great to play with my brother for the first time. We had a lot of great players on that team: Will Dozian, Owen Lundeberg, a lot of kids that are going on to the next level, which was great.
Some of these players' fondest memories came in their early days on home ice.
I remember back in my Jamboree when I played for Kennedy, playing against Bloomington Jefferson. Big rivalry, really intense game, parents getting into it.
Both on and off the ice, these Bloomington kids explored the whole space in the old building.
And I remember I used to go to the E-Train and skate on the treadmill and stuff, and there was a workout area back there and shooting area and stuff.
From off ice to early ice, the B-Town kids have put in their time at Big.
I mean, we've been at Bloomington playing for pretty much our whole lives. But I'd say to me, like, the biggest thing was the morning skates, 6 to 7 a.m. with Chris Boyle. You know, he's a great skill coach, and we've had him like pretty much since we were about, I don't know, 5 years old maybe. And just getting up before school, probably twice a week, getting the fellas together and just having a great skill skate, so. From mites to section playoffs, Big is what these boys know. A lot of my biggest games were right there at Big. You know, Stars of Tomorrow, the show in 2019, that was a really fun one. You know, meeting a lot of new kids, especially from Sweden and Canada. Some are playing for the national teams and in the WHL.
For 50 plus years, Bloomington has hosted thousands and thousands of skaters, coaches, and players, both good and not so good, little brothers and sisters, and everyone in between that has provided so many positive memories. With a new roof and a new Rink 1, Big is ready for 50 more.
But obviously I'm going to say I like the old Rink 1 because it's just so nostalgic and played there for so many years that, I don't know, it was kind of hard to like let go of almost. So yeah.
In life, we all need a little help to reach our summit. Whatever your summit looks like, it's easier to reach when your body is strong and healthy. At Summit Orthopedics, our team of highly specialized physicians listens to and values every one of our patients. We take a conservative approach to care to get you back to your healthy and active lifestyle. Reach your summit. Summit Orthopedics. Visit summitortho.com to make an appointment today.
Brew Pub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brew Pub Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brew Pub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brew Pub Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Hey, how's it going?
Great. You here to pick up my truck?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that was easy. Yeah, I knew Luther buys cars, but I had no idea it was this simple and convenient. Is there anything you guys don't do?
Not really.
Will you buy any car?
Yeah.
Even that one?
Even that one.
Wow, you do it all.
Luther Auto, over 40 locations and one of the region's largest inventories. Luther Auto, we do it all.
Some matzo pizzas are made in the heart of America's dairyland, Kaukauna, Wisconsin. Every Brew Pub Pizza is made with the highest quality meat and veggie toppings. Them bombarded with over half a pound of award-winning Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. Snag a slice of Brew Pub Pizza at the concession stand or enjoy a whole pizza conveniently located in the frozen pizza section of your local grocery store. Brew Pub Lots of Pizzas, the ingredients for a great time.
Boy, that was great, Tony. Nice job on that. I really felt connected to Bloomington Ice Garden, which has such a rich tradition here in the West Metro. But now we're going to jump even further
Way out west.
Go west, young man, to a program that doesn't have as much tradition, Holy Family, but they really do have some nice kids. How much did you enjoy working with them, doing the skate-ups and the fog machine and all of the pomp and circumstance?
You know, it's funny. It was like they knew what they were doing, right? Like, okay, it was like, I've been waiting my whole life for the fog machine and the cellies and all the stuff. What a good bunch of kids. Easy to work with, easy to follow direction, and boy, did they have the cellies. Hopefully they got some tonight.
Well, they had some great cellies during the filming with the fog. They had a great, great time. And when you don't have as much tradition as some other programs, you need to build yourself. On the players in the locker room, here's a little bit about Holy Family's mantra, good dudes only. How does a program build an identity? How does a group of coaches and players put their stamp on a school? Without a century of tradition or a state tournament appearance, the Holy Family Fire are putting their collective faith in good dudes only.
Yeah, that was something that Z brought with when he came to Holy Family last year, and it's kind of been our motto ever since. If you're not being a good dude, you're kind of like, you got to figure it out, and everybody enforces that.
The Good Dudes Only mantra helps unite players from no less than a half dozen youth associations and more than a few towns across the Twin Cities metro area. A task that doesn't befall programs with robust feeder systems that funnel players to their respective high schools.
Because we want to have a really good culture, because that's how you build really good teams. It starts in the locker room and off the ice.
Like the team, Holy Family Catholic High School finds itself in a still developing environment, located on the outskirts of the metro in Victoria, Minnesota. It's not necessarily a no man's land, but more of a some men's land.
My freshman year, surrounding the school, it was just farm fields, which is kind of funny. And then I see the community grow, the school's getting bigger. I give tours of the school, so I work with admissions, and I see numbers just going up. And like last year, or this year's class was our biggest hockey class, I believe. And so for us, it's super important to get involved in the community.
While the team and its players embrace the process of stacking brick on top of brick, the veteran Fire players have taken it upon themselves to nurture their young counterparts, and have also endeared themselves to the rest of the school by supporting other athletic programs and blending in with the general student population.
Yeah, just like supporting like the community, like other teams, like football games, like everybody going to that and like getting to know everybody, and then just like basketball games, girls hockey games, our games. Like I feel like we have a pretty tight community, like everybody goes and supports each other, and that's just a really big reason why our community is so good.
So without a championship trophy or a sprawling arena exhibit of college and pro alumni, the Fire program has built its foundation on 3 small words.
Good dudes only. Good dudes only.
Good dudes only.
The primary cause of snowblower injuries is trying to get the snow and ice unjammed when the snowblower gets clogged.
Where people get into trouble is they shut it off, they think that it's safe now to put their hand in the chute, and then inevitably the fan blades that shoot the snow out are what cause all the injuries.
Snow and ice is gonna clog up the snowblower, but the simplest way to clear that is with a stick.
They'll tell you, if you stay and play high school hockey, you won't make it to the next level. They rarely talk about how special it is to play for your community. To represent where you came from, to wear your school's colors, working one-on-one with coaches, and best of all, playing with your best friends. It can be difficult to know if you're hitting the mark. But when you're hitting the mark, you'll know. Custom hockey jerseys proudly made in the USA.
Everyone knows Luther does it all, but did you know you can do it all?
At home?
I just sold my car.
On your phone?
I just got pre-approved. I just scheduled an oil change.
Whenever, wherever.
I just bought a new car.
Anything and everything, whenever and wherever. LutherAuto.com. You can do it all.
Boy, that was awesome. That was so much fun to spend some time with those Holy Family Catholic Fire players. And Tony, we're going to hop back to Holy Angels here for a second. Now tell me a little bit about the head coach, Pat Griswald. What makes the man they call Grizz such an effective coach?
Well, I mean, there's some guys out there that are like gym teachers, and they like hockey during the 6 months of hockey season. This guy never puts the coffee down, Peter. He is on fire all the time for his stars. He never stops. He's always thinking about his program, and that's what's made him so successful.
There's nothing wrong with gym teachers, though.
No,
to be clear, nothing wrong with gym teachers coaching the hockey team. We want to make that very, very clear.
Just saying there's a window for some of these coaches in the state, and the window's from November to April, right? This guy, it's 365, 24/7.
The window doesn't close for the man they call Grizz. Youth Hockey Hub's Olivia King caught up with Coach Griswold pregame. Let's hear what he had to say about his practice plan and what the Stars need to do to improve after a season-opening loss.
What do you think will be critical for you guys in the first period?
Getting a good fast start. Hoping get up on them early. Guys are a little frustrated we didn't score last game, so I think just getting one early is big for us.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Coach. And we will be right back with Friday Night Ice after a word from our sponsors. Olivia King.
Hey, how's it going?
Great. You here to pick up my truck?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that was easy. Yeah, I knew Luther buys cars, but I had no idea it was this simple and convenient. Is there anything you guys don't do?
Not really.
Will you buy any car?
Yeah.
Even that one?
Even that one.
Wow, you do it all.
Luther Auto, over 40 locations and one of the region's largest inventories. Luther Auto, we do it all.
Brew Pub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brew Pub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brew Pub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brew Pub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Stress fractures in the foot, generally the pain is on the top of the foot. There may or may not be much in the way of swelling, but there's usually tenderness, meaning that if you push on the area, it is sore to touch. So if you've had a change in activity, been doing a little bit more and developed pain that hurts when you walk or certainly hurts more when you try to run on it, that's concerning for a stress fracture. Sometimes those can be seen on x-ray, sometimes it requires an MRI to decide whether or not there is a stress fracture there.
Kids grow up wanting to play hockey for their hometown. Entire communities support and cheer for the home team. Here in Minnesota, hockey and home are interconnected. If you're looking for a home builder that shares your passion for hockey, look no further than the official home partner of the Minnesota Wild, Custom One. Visit CustomOneMN.com to learn more. Custom One, home comes first.
Thanks again to Olivia for that interview, and thanks to Coach Griswold for his time. Now for Holy Family, hasn't been around quite as long as Coach Griswold, but Coach Zach Freley in his second season. Tony, what kind of energy does Coach Freley bring to this Holy Family program?
That's probably the first word I think of when I think of Coach Freley, is that the fact that he is putting so much energy into this. You talk about Grizz's 24/7, 365 philosophy. Same with Zach. I mean, you got two guys that really care about their programs. I'm down at the Big Pumpkin in October, and Coach Freley's down there working the room, and that's what you got to do. You want to build a program, you got to get out there and meet the people and meet them where they're at, and at the rink is one of the best spots.
Well, and when you don't have a feeder program that funnels kids to your team, you need to make a name for yourself and introduce yourself to some of these parents. Would you agree?
I totally agree with you. I mean, I always say on my podcast, the state championship is never won on the ice. It's won in the lobby. The lobby is where a lot of these, transactions happen. And you got to be in the lobby in order to make those things happen. And he has done a great job early on in his tenure at Holy Family.
Along with Coach Griswald, Olivia also caught up with head coach Zach Freley of Holy Family. Let's hear what he has to say about maintaining momentum after winning the season opener and what matchups he's looking for tonight.
Olivia King here with Holy Family head coach Zach Friedley. You guys are coming off a strong offensive win, scoring 4 goals in the third period. How are you going to bring that into your game tonight?
I think it's just we want to be simple, repeatable, consistent, and we're super young and inexperienced. So we preach all the time, don't ride the roller coaster. It's just about playing the way that we want to play, knowing that we're going to make mistakes, and not everything's going to be perfect. And some trips might be better than others. So the way we want to carry stuff forward is just trying to focus on what we need to do to be consistent and play the way we want to play.
What lineups and matchups do you think will be crucial for you here tonight?
I mean, Holy Angels has a lot of skill, and they're a veteran group. So for us, like in a lot of ways, we want to get tested and we want to get pushed. So we're going to let all of our kids in the lineup get a chance to play against all their guys. They can score and they can score quickly. So we want to see what our kids are made of, see if they like the bright lights of playing on Friday night on the bigger stage. So really for us, it's just how can we test these guys and see what they're made of.
Thank you, Coach. We'll be right back with Friday Night Ice after a word from our sponsors.
They'll tell you, if you stay and play high school hockey, you won't make it to the next level. They rarely talk about how special it is to play for your community. To represent where you came from, to wear your school's colors, working one-on-one with coaches, and best of all, playing with your best friends. It can be difficult to know if you're hitting the mark. But when you're hitting the mark, you'll know. Custom hockey jerseys proudly made in the USA.
Lots of pizzas are made in the heart of America's Dairyland, Kaukauna, Wisconsin. Every Brew Pub Pizza is made with the highest quality meat and veggie toppings. Then bombarded with over half a pound of award-winning Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. Snag a slice of Brew Pub Pizza at the concession stand or enjoy a whole pizza conveniently located in the frozen pizza section of your local grocery store. Brew Pub, lots and lots of pizzas, the ingredients for a great...
Everyone knows Luther does it all, but did you know you can do it all? At home?
I just sold my car.
On your phone?
I just got pre-approved. I just scheduled an oil change.
Whenever, wherever.
I just bought a new car.
Anything and everything, whenever and wherever. LutherAuto.com. You can do it all.
Thanks again to Olivia. Now it's time for everybody's favorite segment. We're going to run through some key players and the keys to the game for each team. You got your keys out? Jingle them around a little bit, Tony. Jingle them around.
Actually, I don't have my keys out.
You don't have your keys?
They're imaginary keys. Imaginary keys.
You've lied to the people. You've lied on international television.
Not my first time.
Jeez, don't ever say that again.
Yeah.
Holy Angels led, as you said during the preamble, by several Bloomington products. You can lay off those names: Cole Cheeseman, Gabe Perrin, Lincoln Ayers, Assad. I mean, all three of those guys eclipsed 50 points each last season, Tony.
Yeah, you left out the D, Avi Kassergaard and Teddy Lechner. I mean, I
was going to get to it.
It's literally a storm of kids, most of them from right here at Bloomington.
It is. Is there anyone in that list that you think that we should look out for? Somebody who's going to pop in a couple of goals tonight or make some great plays?
Oh, it's got to be Cheese and Ayers Assad. They're just so fun to watch. They got speed. They got unselfish play. There's so many adjectives you could use about those two. I think they're going to have a big night here at Big.
Yeah, and according to my research, which is fallible, in case anyone wants to double-check me, Teddy Lechner, the junior defenseman from Holy Angels, might be the only Division I committed player in this game tonight.
So far. That's all I got to say so far.
One last note on the Holy Angels players. Lincoln Ayers Assad finished with 57 points last season, and he did so while missing 6 or 7 games due to injury. According to reports, he's back to full health and shows at the Stars being.
100%. I met those kids over at Richfield last Friday, and they are ready to go. They have this thing circled on their calendar. They've been waiting for months to get here tonight.
Yep, they don't have any stats this season because they were shut out in Game 1 by St. Thomas Academy, but Holy Family hung 7 on the board against Rochester Century. John Marshall, the leading scorers for the Fire, were Cooper Avalar and Adam Crosby with 3 points apiece. What do you think about Cooper Avalar and Adam Crosby?
So Cooper was a Wayzata kid, right? So he had a lot of speed. He's been to national camp a couple times in that 2009 birth year, which we know really, really well. Nobody should be surprised that he's had success early on here at Holy Family. And Crosby's been kind of a mainstay for the Fire for quite some time. I'm really looking forward to really rolling up my sleeves and watching him tonight.
Yeah, once again, 1 goal each also from Donovan Klin and Nick Baranivsky, freshmen for Holy Family.
Speaking of Bloomington kids, Donnie Klin is also playing in the rink that he spent a lot of time as a kid.
Yes, he is. A couple of keys to the game for Holy Angels. I have 3 written down here. Avoid a third period collapse. The Stars gave up all 5 goals in the loss to St. Thomas Academy in the third period. Convert on the power play. The Stars 0 for 6 with the man advantage, and Holy Angels needs to find its big dog. Henry Lechner and his 95 points are gone. So is Frank Brimsick Award candidate Luke Marsalic. Holy Angels got to find their big dogs.
Yeah, it's going to be tonight. You'll see it tonight. I promise you. I will stand by my Bloomington kids. They're going to put up some points tonight.
They are for Holy Family. Don't wait until the third period. 4 out of 7 goals came in the third period during that season opening win. Holy Family 6 for 6 on the penalty kill, but last season clocked in at 74%, which would have ranked 7th out of 9 teams in Section 2AA, and embraced the road warrior mentality. Back-to-back road games to start the season for the Fire.
I think it's going to be big. I can't wait to see it. We'll be right back here in a minute, won't we?
It's going to be big. The kids are on the ice. We will be back in a moment with Friday Night Ice. It's Holy Angels and Holy Family. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Friday Night Ice Hockey on Youth Hockey Hub.
In life, we all need a little help to reach our summit. Whatever your summit looks like, it's easier to reach when your body is strong and healthy. At Summit Orthopedics, our team of highly specialized physicians listens to and values every one of our patients. We take a conservative approach to care to get you back to your healthy and active lifestyle. Reach your summit. Summit Orthopedics. Visit summitortho.com to make an appointment today.
Brew Pub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brew Pub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a ½ pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brew Pub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brew Pub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Hey, how's it going?
Great. You here to pick up my truck?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that was easy. Yeah, I knew Luther buys cars, but I had no idea it was this simple and convenient. Is there anything you guys don't do?
Not really.
Will you buy any car?
Yeah.
Even that one?
Even that one.
Wow, you do it all.
Luther Auto, over 40 locations and one of the region's largest inventories. Luther Auto, we do it all.
Some matzo pizzas are made in the heart of America's dairyland, Kaukauna, Wisconsin. Every Brew Pub Pizza is made with the highest quality meat and veggie toppings. Them bombarded with over ½ pound of award-winning Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. Snag a slice of Brew Pub Pizza at the concession stand or enjoy a whole pizza conveniently located in the frozen pizza section of your local grocery store. Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizzas, the ingredients for a great time.
They'll tell you, if you stay and play high school hockey, you won't make it to the next level. They rarely talk about how special it is to play for your community. To represent where you came from, to wear your school's colors, working one-on-one with coaches, and best of all, playing with your best friends. It can be difficult to know if you're hitting the mark. But when you're hitting the mark, you'll know. custom hockey jerseys proudly made in the USA.
Hey, how's it going?
Great. You here to pick up my truck?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that was easy. Yeah, I knew Luther buys cars, but I had no idea it was this simple and convenient. Is there anything you guys don't do?
Not really.
Will you buy any car?
Yeah.
Even that one?
Even that one.
Wow, you do it all.
Luther Auto, over 40 locations and one of the region's largest inventories. Luther Auto, we do it all.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
All right, it's another season. Super excited to be here with my friend Tony Scott, Jeff Pappas, as we get ready to start this one off. Holy Angels and Holy Family, a lot of talent on this ice. Tony, it's going to be an interesting night.
Should be a great game. We're back at new and improved Bloomington Ice Garden. This is your first broadcast here. How about, what's your take on it? I've already expressed my love for it already.
I think it's tremendous. This is going to take a while for me to figure out my way around. I walked in, got in the parking lot, and our usual entrance is gone. I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't right. And then I figured, well, okay, this is what's been going on. So,
yeah, they've put a lot of work in here. They passed a bond in 2023, November of 2023, for $37.5 million, and they're still not quite finished with it. But they're finished with preparation for this game. Both Holy Angels and Holy Family ready to drop the puck here at Big.
All right, the number one's in goal. Holy Family to our right in the green, and Holy Angels to our left in the white, and we are underway. That's Max Alexander, the captain, with the puck on the far side, and he will slide a pass through to neutral ice. They're going to be a few feet offside. Galvin has to circle back. Now rink wide to the near side, and the puck stolen away, and here they come over the line, and a shot by Lincoln Ayers-Assad, a 30-goal scorer a year ago, deflected away. And Holy Angels puts it in front, and there's a deflection out of play. Holy Angels returns 8 of its top 9 scorers from a year ago for a team that lost to Edina in the quarterfinals and won 22 games. All kinds of talent on that side of the ice.
Yeah, we talked about them a lot in the pregame. These two kids here, Cheeseman and Ayers-Assad, are going to light things up tonight.
Cole Cheeseman, 28 on the face-off. Puck comes around to the near side, tipped at by Max Wilsey, and he can't get out. Now winds up along the boards on the near side, and they continue to scrum for it. And now it comes high in the slot for Teddy Lechner, and out to center. Lechner, 28 points last season, but already a D1 commit. As the puck comes around to the near side, and after it along the far wall is Luca Colombo for the Fire, and he plays it out to center, shoots it in from the red line, and a hit thrown behind the play there as rude awakening for Nicholas Segfeld along the boards. Now up the middle it comes, and here comes Buckland. Pass off to the left, Oscar Buckland now to McKenzie, and he throws it in front, loose at the right edge, and it winds up deflecting behind the net. Now Holy Family, Segfeld, rink wide to an open wing. It'll come back into the Stars zone, and that'll give Holy Family a chance to change lines. 1:26 into this game, and now it's played to center ice and controlled finally by Alexander, and he is double teamed in hard against the boards. Not much contact, but it sounded good as Bennett McKenzie brought him into the boards, and now they're offside.
They got double teamed. That was a sandwich.
Yes.
We have a transfer, Russ, the transfer in from St. Thomas Academy where he played with his brother, and he's here now at Holy Angels and getting a lot of ice time.
Face-off control by Abby Kazergod, who scored 48 points last season for the Stars, now over the line. And it winds up loose to the corner. Down to the near side. Here's a one-time shot by Kazergod, and it winds up going off the end boards and back to the goaltender. It's kind of an odd save there, but it's made nonetheless by Danny Lynn.
Hunsucker makes a great, he found that puck really good. And after Kazergod got, I think that was on net. I don't think that was off the
You think
back
it was?
wall.
I thought I heard it hit the back wall. But
I thought Lynn made the save, and Hunsucker was all over that thing.
Well, then I'll stand corrected. Hunsucker ready to take the face-off. Only Angels still looking for its first goal of the season as the puck comes out to center ice, and Donovan Klin plays it over the line and now banks it deep behind the net for Galvin. He's taken in by Kazergod against the boards, and now up to the far side. Going to wind up around behind the net. Kazergod chases to the near side, but he lost out to Galvin. Drops to the left point, Anand, and he puts it rink wide to the far side boards where it's controlled by Jackson Meyer. Up the wing and now flipped on out to center ice. And cutting it off there is Anand. Backhanded pass to center ice. Segfeld to the near side, and now over the line. Sorensen shooting, and a save made by George Sill, the Edina native, and we'll get a face-off. Sill allowed 5 goals, but 47 shots against St. Thomas Academy the other night. What went on in that game?
Well, I feel like St. Thomas was just kind of, put too much pressure on Holy Angels. Holy Angels could not get past their D, and St. Thomas just suffocated them. And once they got that second goal, I watched the game. I felt like the game was over. And we're going to need a little bit more fight out of the Stars if they want to get themselves to the Grand Casino Arena this year to play some state tournament hockey.
22-4-1 a season ago. 176 goals as a team is a great
I would
achievement.
say their strength of schedule is really good this year.
Good.
For the Stars. And it takes a while. You don't get good teams to play next they'll be playing in the Tradition tournament in Prior Lake this year. That's a huge step up for the 3 games they're going to get.
Oh,
right?
that's going to be fun to watch for sure. And now behind the goal, it's Lechner. Now the only Lechner on the roster with 96 points worth of Henry Lechner lost to graduation. Now over the line, and it's offside. We'll get a face-off, 13:44 to go. 3:16 into the game, no score.
Very fast start.
Yes.
I think both teams are really showing off their speed. You'll see this kid, Bennett McKenzie, number 16, taking the draw for Holy Angels. There's not a faster kid on the ice than this kid. He can absolutely cook.
We'll watch for it. Behind the goal, Carson Wright for the Fire plays it around on the near side. And there to hold the zone is Leo Stebbins at the right point, now down to the far corner and controlled by Holy Family. They play out to center ice and over skating. And they'll shoot it back on into the zone. As Griffin Nutter, the freshman forward, they're trying to make something happen. Now the puck along the far boards, and it goes behind to the near side. Avalar has to play it ahead, and again, Holy Family having trouble clearing. It comes to the right boards, and now here's Colombo. He'll go back behind the net as he's chased by Andy Olson. Over to the right point, and now a pass over towards Lechner. From the half wall, he plays it behind the net and comes around to the near side. Still only 1 shot on goal so far, but the possession has been pretty much all Holy Angels here. And now a hit thrown behind the net knocks Tyler Blood off his pins, and it comes to the right corner. Now dug out behind the goal, and the Stars trying to make something happen. Here's Blood in the right corner, and they do clear it to center finally. And Leo Stebbins backhands. Holy Family changing. Buckland over the line, closing in, and he is skated off. The puck to Galvin in the right corner. And now play it around behind. It'll bank towards the right point. Stebbins plays it down the wall. And Holy Angels trying to center as a pass picked off in the circle, and now they break out. A pass to the middle and a half chance here for Klin. Closing, scores! More than a half chance, a full goal. Donovan Klin his second of the season, and Holy Family has taken the lead 1-0.
Wow. Bloomington, born and bred, Donovan.
Goal. Klin scoring, time of the goal 4 minutes and 52 seconds of the first period.
You know, Donovan gets credit for the goal, but whoever fed the stretch pass to him there, we'll get from Robin Cook in a second, but he should get a lot of credit too. It was a perfect tape-to-tape pass.
Oh, now Holy Angels comes back in. Let's get the announcement. Sorensen and Anand getting assists on the goal, and now here comes Holy Family again, and again it's Klin over the line, tries a saucer pass. That was blocked by Kazergod off to the boards and goes behind the net, so they give up an odd man rush almost immediately after conceding the goal, and Holy Angels in a little bit of a funk here. And over the line they come, and here's Hunsaker. Carter Hunsaker goes behind the net, tries to go short side. Lynn made the save and didn't know it as he was hugging the left post. Now it winds up in the slot. Kazergod with a shot, and that went wide, and now out to center and played on into the zone by Joey Wyant, and carrying on is Wilsey. Gets to the goal line, comes around behind the net, and still has possession. Comes around, centers it. Oh, and a point-blank chance there for Joey Wyant. And Sill with the answer as the puck comes to the right corner boards. Now Meyer behind the goal for Holy Angels. And now it's Holy Angels having trouble getting out of the zone as Madden Brown picks it ahead, but it's turned back by Wyant. And it goes on to the goaltender, Sill, and will get a stoppage with 10:42 to go. Let's take a timeout, 1-0 for Holy Family here on the Youth Hockey Hub.
Everyone knows Luther does it all, but did you know you can do it all? At home?
I just sold my car.
On your phone?
I just got pre-approved. I just scheduled an oil change.
Whenever, wherever.
I just bought a new car.
Anything and everything, whenever and wherever. LutherAuto.com. You can do it all.
I think pain that moves around, that's migratory, like, gosh, I was sore here for a couple days and now I'm sore here for a couple days. Like, migratory pain seems to be less concerning and less serious. Something that's persistent, pain that lasts more than 2 weeks, pain that seems to be resistant to other things like ice, rest, that's concerning. And anything that makes you limp is not okay. There's something wrong if you're limping. If you can't bear your own body weight on your legs, something's not right.
Back at Bloomington Ice Gardens with Tony Scott. I'm merely Jeff Pappas.
Here's another little tidbit for you.
Okay.
Trivia, where did Donovan Klin play hockey last year?
Oh, boy.
Minnetonka Pee Wee AA. And now he is a star at the high school level as a freshman.
Well,
how's that?
Taking the next step, certainly.
State
now here's
champion, brought a winning pedigree with him to the fire.
Here's Wyatt dropping. And now on the half boards, they'll scrape away at it, and it comes out. Here's Gabe Perrin circling back, one of the captains of this team. Perrin through center, gets past Avalar over the line, going right in, and a shot, and a save made off the blocker by Lynn as Gabe Perrin trying to go coast to coast, and now here come the fire back 3 wide. And over the line they come, they stay on side, centering pass, a shot right on, and a save by Sill off Cooper Avalar, who's already got 4 points. 2 goals and 2 assists in the opening win over Rochester Century. And now R.G. Bargy experienced at the right edge of the goal crease.
Well, interesting enough, I mean, we didn't talk a bit about Gabe Perrin in the opening anything. We just left the kid off. I mean, he just emptied, no words about him. And you saw what he did there on the offensive side, and you got vintage Gabe Perrin there after the whistle. He's not going to let anybody near his goaltender the entire night. I promise you that.
Only 57 points worth last year as a puck shot all the way down the ice and a save made by Danny Lynn. And out to center, and here is Cheeseman. Battling
well,
there.
We're nearing 60 full minutes of ice hockey without Holy Angels scoring a goal yet.
He had 176 goals last year. Now the puck to the high slot. Cleared and finally out. And here's a 2-on-1, 3-on-1 now if they hurry. And over the line, Colombo takes a shot and a save made by George Sill, and we'll get a face-off in the Holy Angels end.
If you're George Sill and it's a multiple choice question, and let's say D is float a soft pass right into my glove, would you circle D every time? I would circle D every time. That was an easy save. He had a couple different places he could pass that puck, or one spot he could shoot it, which would be low. Instead, he fires it right into his gullet.
Now here's Anand from the left point, playing it down the wall.
It's the one thing I like about high school commentating. I can be a little bit more honest than when you do the youth stuff. You can't go, dang kid didn't shoot it right or whatever. I can get a little bit more honest here. In the high school booth, right?
I don't even like that so much as the puck goes out of play. I've always been of the opinion that, high school is the boundary line. I call college sports, I call college football, that's different.
Oh, yeah,
but,
even more so, right?
You're dealing, when you're dealing with kids, they're very talented kids, but they're still kids.
Yeah.
Face off up the middle. Ooh, and that was
close.
Buckland. It was close. And over the line, Ross fires, and a blocker save there over the top from Lynn. And now pass to the near side, and here's Ryder Sorensen, 3 assists the other night against Rochester Century. Now to the left point, on and through traffic, and that goes wide. Off the end boards, Bennett McKenzie. We'll watch for his speed as he starts up from the left, and now lofts one to center ice. On and playing it across, and then gets it right back. Halfway through the first period, 1-0 for Holy Family. On the goal by Klin on the breakaway at the 4:52 mark, and now it's shot the length of the ice, and that will be icing against Holy Family. 6-5 the shots, favoring Holy Angels.
Yeah, that's all they count for, though. It's like horseshoes, right?
I hear you.
You gotta hit it. You gotta hit a ringer, right?
I hear you. Face-off coming up to the left of the Holy Family goal, and Danny Lynn, 2 goals on 24 shots in the opener. Here's Kazergod in the high slot. Shoots. They score! Was it tipped or not? I don't believe so, but Kazergod took the initial shot, and Holy Angels has finally scored a goal as they go 3.5 periods, and now it's 1-1.
Looks like it's Cam Hester. They're going to talk about this.
Well, we'll look at the replay. Oh, that was deflected in front by Hester, but you're right. It might have been a high stick. Now they're going to let it stand. It's Hester from Kazergod.
Well, they don't get to look at it either. So
no.
The referees, 3 referees circled, right in the coaches in the referee circle. There's a little half moon there, which is reserved for them.
The referee's crease.
The referee's crease. Hester will get the goal.
And Holy Family offside as they come in.
Last time I saw Hester play was about a year ago at the Blue Ox. He was playing for Edina's Bantam A team, and he was the tournament MVP in the Blue Ox. And I'm not sure if I've seen much of him since. And here we are, back at it, and Hester's doing Hester things.
1-1, and we're off to a good start. Here is the aforementioned Camden Hester, playing it behind the goal. And now Holy Angels will give up possession. It's Wilsey leaving a drop pass that's stolen away by Hester and played around behind the goal for Meyer up the wing boards. Let's get the announcement on the goal. And Will Swanson also getting an assist on that goal as Holy Family comes back in over the line. Crosby takes a shot, stick save by Sill. Now behind the net, fed to the half boards. Here's Avalar, and he takes it deep behind the net. Picked up by Kazergod, now to the corner. And Kazergod finishes his check with some authority there as the puck comes up the wall. And here is Camden Hester. Near side, Swanson gets around Wilsey and lays it back into the fire zone as Anand goes back for it. Anand, blind pass up the wall. That puts his wing Baranowski under some pressure. Now a centering pass, and it comes through. It went off the heel of the stick of the forward. Coming up the slot, Madden Brown, and now all the way back deep into the star zone, and it comes off the boards and onto the goaltender, and Sill gets a stoppage of 6:55 left in our first period.
I don't want to stir up much trouble here, but you went, when you saw the replay, did you think the stick might have been over the crossbar?
It was right on the line.
Right on the
the
line.
angle, it was hard to tell from the angle, but it was above his waist, but not necessarily above the crossbar. And now comes out to center. And Anand takes a hit there from Erzazad as the puck comes back in. Brown for the Stars. And now it's lofted the length of the ice, and they wave off icing. Behind the goal after it there is Segfeld for the Fire. Now in to help out is Baranivsky. And Baranivsky goes down. And the puck loose there in the near side corner. 4-car pile up there. And it winds up going up the wall. Finally banked almost out, but not quite. Saved there by Perrin, who plays it down the wall again. And now loose, goes behind the net. Centering pass comes through to the far side for Cheeseman. Poke checked off his stick, and he has to come back for it. Good work there by Anand, who then heads to the bench on a change, and here come the Stars back. Cheeseman plays it ahead on the right. That's Lechner. Oh, a good pass up the slot, and a shot right on rebound, and it's loose at the left edge. Couple of good chances there with McKenzie getting the last swipe at it, and he put it on goal. Now the Fire trying to get out of their zone. Anywhere will do at this point as Galvin banks it off the wall, and it does come to center. Lechner there trying to turn it back, and now they play it in over the line. Remained on side pass low, and coming in for a shot as McKenzie didn't get much on it. And Lynn made the save. The puck now played all the way down the ice. No icing. 5:29 to go in the first period. In a 1-1 tie. Puck cleared around and out to the center ice area. Carson Wright. He's got it there for the Fire. And now pass to center. Ill-advised, and Russ is there to pick it off. Pass to the left, and here comes McKenzie in. And it ran off his stick blade. And now a pass taken behind the net by Buckland. He looks to center it across, and it went off the heel of a stick before McKenzie could get contact with it. And now the puck comes towards the right point, and it's tipped on out to center, and here's Klin. A little bit too far for him, and now played back to neutral ice. It's tied up there, now controlled finally by Russ over the line. He takes a hit there from Sorensen. Puck picked up by the Fire, and they will start up again. 4:44 to go in the first period, and a backhanded pass by Blood winds up on the bench. And out of play. Let's take a break. 1-1 here from the Bloomington Ice Gardens on the Youth Hockey Hub.
They'll tell you, if you stay and play high school hockey, you won't make it to the next level. They rarely talk about how special it is to play for your community. To represent where you came from, to wear your school's colors, working one-on-one with coaches, and best of all, playing with your best friends. It can be difficult to know if you're hitting the mark. But when you're hitting the mark, you'll know. Custom hockey jerseys proudly made in the USA.
Back at the Bloomington Ice Gardens, timeout is over. And Tony, we are going to have a new voice on our broadcast tonight. Tell me about her.
2019 Goalie of the Year on YHH, Olivia King from Brainerd, Minnesota. Played 5 years at the University of Minnesota and won at St. Thomas through the COVID and a red shirt.
Now a chance from the face-off for Swanson. You know, it does make you feel old when people that are young enough to be your kids are.
Yes.
Here's a turnover and a shot and a save made off of Camden Hester. When people young enough to be your kids are now part of the broadcast.
It's great, though. I mean, yeah, she is definitely right in that age group. I have a son that's a year older, a daughter a year younger, and so she is like one of the gang, that's for sure.
Well, that's what it's all about. Now a centering pass picked off by Kazergod.
So one last thing, she's preparing for interviews. She's got 6 pages of notes on the 2 coaches.
Wow, going right in, what a goal! Wyatt, that is a spectacular goal! And it's 2-1. Joey Wyatt's second goal. Just get a load of this replay, Tony.
It was incredible. He pulled it through like 3 players and went to the house with it. One, through another, through his legs, backing around, top shelf.
That is a wonderful goal, second of the season for Wyan, and it comes at 13 minutes and 2 seconds of the opening period. And it's 2-1 Holy Family. Now Avalar from the face-off, and again, the Holy Angels playing from behind. They have not led as yet.
No. And their top line hasn't gotten on the board.
Avalar and Crosby get assists on the goal of 13:02. The puck out to center ice. And now here is the aforementioned Avalar at the red line. And he starts in. Avalar now trying to beat two defenders. Finally, it's banked off the glass and picked up and played to center by Erzasad. And a big collision there at neutral ice. They somehow stay on side. And the puck is turned over down low. And a shot winds up going off the goaltender from Madden Brown and behind the goal. Out to the near corner. Finally, with 3 minutes to go in the period, it's picked up by the Fire, and they play to center ice. Avalar, and then it's chopped ahead. Sorensen kicks at it, can't make contact, and Lechner comes over the line. Lechner's pass to the left. Here's a shot that's off the traffic, and finally the Fire will pick it up and carry out. Here's Baranivsky over the line. He's got a player breaking from the net, Anand, and he can't get it to him. Anand now tries to play up the wall, and now players from both teams in. It's picked up finally by Lechner behind the goal. Swatted at, but not out. Picked up by Colombo, who goes back down behind the goal with 2.5 minutes to play in the opening period. Loose on the wall, and finally back behind the goal for Teddy Lechner. And he has trouble with a teammate. Finally feeds the circle, and now a turnover in the high slot. Here's Baranivsky closing, and that shot goes off the traffic and wide. Crosby after it for Holy Family, but cannot possession, and now over the line comes Gabe Perrin, and he shoots it on in. Back for it is Anand in the right corner, around on the near side, and it's controlled. And finally played out to center, and nearly a break for Crosby, but he could not control it cleanly. Crosby battling Andy Olsen for the puck. Crosby centers, it winds up behind the net. It's bouncing there for Segfeld. He can't get it to sit. Segfeld drops it to the left point. Here's a shot by Anand, right on, a change direction, and a good save there. That one off the defenseman, Buckland. And now it's picked up on the near side. Here's Russ to Buckland at center, over the line. Buckland from a sharp angle looking to center it, and it winds up in the corner. Finally, the Fire will pick it up and play towards the right side. Crashing in there is Swanson, and now played down behind the net. Swanson again, but he lost out to Joey Wyant, who has the go-ahead goal. Wyant, pass to the near side. Here's Wilsey over the line, and Wilsey back down behind the net, loses to his opposite number, Olsen, with 1:15 to go in the first period. Here's Swanson, right corner goes, bounces off a check there from Wyant, and now here's the puck out to center ice, where Avalar controls it and feeds it across to the far side. Alexander, as we hit the last minute of play in the first period. Avalar over the line, and he still has it in the circle. He takes a shot. That was blocked. It went off the defender. Meyer still has it, centers it. It comes up the slot, and now here comes Holy Angels back, and this is Buckland over the line. Oscar Buckland closing. He shoots, and the goaltender, Lynn, hugs the left post and makes the save. 40 seconds to go in the period, and the puck comes out to center, and Sorensen skated off. Lechner feeds the left, and over the line it's offside as Cheeseman comes in.
Man, this has been a fast period,
it
hasn't
has.
it?
Yes,
Holy
it has.
smokes, the speed of the game and not a lot of whistles.
Yeah.
2 TV timeouts. I feel like the game has not gone by so fast.
Well, they need those timeouts, I guess, at this pace, right?
Absolutely.
32 seconds to go in the first period, and Holy Family holds a 2-1 lead here on our first Friday night ice of the season. Lechner over the line. Rink-wide pass comes all the way through, and now Alexander behind the goal goes up the wall. It's held there by Gabe Perrin. Throw it in front. Oh, and a good chance. They score! Lechner. And it's 2-2 with 19 seconds to go in the first period.
So check out the lineup right now, Jeff. You got them all out there right now.
Yes, you do.
You got basically your power play line in the last 40 seconds was popped in there by Coach Griswald, and it paid off big time to tie the score.
16:41.
Lechner's lineup at forward right now.
Yeah, Lechner's
That's a
at
power
forward.
play line right
yeah,
there.
it sure is.
40 seconds ago in the period, they switched it up at the whistle, and it paid off.
Long pass tipped on into the zone to the right. Got the announcement here on the goal. as the first period comes to an end. It's a wild one, and our score is 2-2. Holy Angels and Holy Family shots on goal in this period. For Holy Angels, 12. For Holy Family, 8. And the goals, Klin at 4:52, Hester at 8:40, Wyant at 13:02, and Lechner at 16:41. Well, if this is any indication, we're going to have a good one here tonight.
It's been wild.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, not just the 4 goals scored, but there's been a lot of hitting. Both teams have laid the lumber on both sides of it. Goaltending's been great. There's been some fantastic goals on both sides of it. I'm really looking forward to the next 2 periods, but before we do that, we get to see Olivia King in her debut on the ice.
Let's do that. She's standing at the Holy Angels bench, and I guess we're not quite ready yet, so we're going to okay, now I guess we're ready to go. Let's get down to Olivia King.
Olivia King here with Holy Angels head coach Pat Griswald. You guys had a strong response after being down twice in this game. How are you looking to capitalize first in the second period?
Well, it's kind of like the St. Thomas game. We made 3-4 mistakes, pucks in the back of the net. We make two bad mistakes and the pucks back of the net. So we got to get our heads on straight a little bit at times. But other than that, I felt like we controlled play and overall had a good period. Just 2 bad mistakes there.
What do you think the message will be after this period, just going into the second?
Just focus and do what we're supposed to be doing and stick to our stuff.
Yep. Well, thank you, Coach. And we'll be back with Friday Night Ice after a word from our sponsors.
The primary cause of snowblower injuries is trying to get the snow and ice unjammed when the snowblower gets clogged.
Where people get into trouble is they shut it off, they think that it's safe now to put their hand in the chute, and then inevitably the fan blades that shoot the snow out are what cause all the injuries.
Snow and ice is going to clog up the snowblowers, but the simplest way to clear that is with a stick.
They'll tell you, if you stay and play high school hockey, you won't make it to the next level. They rarely talk about how special it is to play for your community. To represent where you came from, to wear your school's colors, working one-on-one with coaches, and best of all, playing with your best friends. It can be difficult to know if you're hitting the mark. But when you're hitting the mark, you'll know. Custom hockey jerseys proudly made in the USA.
Everyone knows Luther does it all, but did you know you can do it all? At home?
I just sold my car.
On your phone?
I just got pre-approved. I just scheduled an oil change.
Whenever, wherever.
I just bought a new car.
Anything and everything, whenever and wherever. LutherAuto.com. You can do it all.
Hello from the booth, everyone, and what a first period, 2-2. Teddy Lechner ties the game at 2 with 19 seconds left in the first period for Holy Angels. Peter Odney, Tony Scott. Tony, walk me through what you saw doing color commentary with the legend Jeff Pappas.
Well, first of all, it was a back-and-forth game. I felt like the physical play was both sides. I feel like certain points of the game, Holy Family was given to them, and then in reverse with Holy Angels. I think the key sequence is at the last 40 seconds of the first period, Coach Grizz just throws all his chips on the table, puts his 5 best guys out there, and it paid off. Sometimes you do that, and it ends up in the back of your own net. Tonight, and it ended up in the back of Holy Family's net.
Now we'll run down a scoring summary for you. Scoring for Holy Family, the freshman Phenom Donovan Klin and the senior Joey Wyant, the goal scorers for Holy Family. And for Holy Angels, Camden Hester gets, I believe, his first of the season, and Teddy Lechner with his goal. Lechner moving from defense up to forward. Tony, I like to call that the gag line, your get a goal line.
Yes,
it doesn't matter if you play center or wing or defense or goalie or you're a manager. somebody get on the ice and score a goal, and Teddy Lechner was able to do that. A wonderful play in front, knocking in a backhand rebound.
I thought it was a great play. I try to do that when I coach too. Like at the end of periods where you're going to go in and you're going to get a break, let's get our best guys out there in the last minute and try to get a goal and really get some momentum for us going in the next period, and it works.
Especially in the last 5 minutes. It felt like Holy Family didn't have nearly as much zone time as Holy Angels, but Holy Angels couldn't get shots off, couldn't complete one last pass for a backdoor tap in. Holy Family takes advantage. Joey Wydant scores on a beautiful move on this end, and it felt like the tide was shifting in favor of Holy Family, but with that goal by Teddy Lechner, it feels like Big Mo is back with the Stars.
Oh, I'm going to build on what you were just saying that, Peter. Like, I felt like, yeah, they had 12 shots, they had more shots, but I felt like the Holy Angels was not getting grade A chances. They were all from the perimeter, where Holy Family was getting grade A chances with their fewer shots.
I would totally agree with that. It felt like that face-off circle in the offensive zone was the Bermuda Triangle for Holy Angels. Couldn't get a shot off, fanning on shots.
Correct.
I did notice that Holy Angels forward Carter Hunziker was sitting on the boards after the period. Not sure if there was an injury there or if he was simply going over something with the coaching staff, but he is a quality depth piece for these Stars. We'll look to see if he comes back in the second.
I feel like both teams are showing their depth here, and I feel like they're going to be both making runs deep in the playoffs this year.
Yes, and we will discuss what's on deck for the second period right after a word from our sponsors.
Hey, how's it going? Great. You here to pick up my truck?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that was easy. Yeah, I knew Luther buys cars, but I had no idea it was this simple and convenient. Is there anything you guys don't do?
Not really.
Will you buy any car?
Yeah.
Even that one?
Even that one.
Wow, you do it all.
Luther Auto, over 40 locations and one of the region's largest inventories. Luther Auto, we do it all.
Brew Pub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brew Pub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brew Pub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brew Pub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Stress fractures in the foot, generally the pain is on the top of the foot. There may or may not be much in the way of swelling, but there's usually tenderness, meaning that if you push on the area, it is sore to touch. So if you've had a change in activity, been doing a little bit more and developed pain that hurts when you walk or certainly hurts more when you try to run on it, that's concerning for a stress fracture. Sometimes those can be seen on x-ray, sometimes it requires an MRI to decide whether or not there is a stress fracture there.
Kids grow up wanting to play hockey for their hometown. Entire communities support and cheer for the home team. Here in Minnesota, hockey and home are interconnected. If you're looking for a home builder that shares your passion for hockey, look no further than the official home partner of the Minnesota Wild, Custom One. Visit CustomOneMN.com to learn more. Custom One, home comes first.
Looking ahead to the second period, the Zamboni making its last laps, but we'll run down what our expert here, Mr. Tony Scott, thinks will happen in the second. I will note shots on goal 12-8 in favor of the Stars. Tony, expand.
On what? Their shots on goal? Should I go through each shot of theirs?
Please.
I could do that. No, I could not. I would like to say this. Shots on goal, you and I have had this discussion, right? Mm-hmm. I'm talking about time of possession has been all Holy Angels. They possess the puck. They own that zone. I expect a lot more of that. Can they create grade A chances out of their time of possession? They didn't do that in the first. I expect them to do more of that in the second.
Now, do you think in the second period we'll see the same sort of best five unit here for Holy Angels?
No.
Why not?
We're going back to three lines. They've all been great. Their three lines have looked good. They've possessed the puck more than Holy Family. I expect more of that here in the second period, but I think they're going to learn how to convert and it's going to be this period.
Well, I know my job is to lob you softballs, but I disagree. I say ride the hot hand right now, at least for the first couple of shifts. Leave them out there.
Just do the Ethan Fresh, just leave him out there for 13
He doesn't have a
minutes.
position. He plays center field. He just kind of does loop-de-loops through center ice. Teddy Lechner can do whatever he wants.
He can. I'm convinced that he could be out there for 13 straight minutes. I don't know if he'd make it to the third period, but it'd be entertaining for us, that's for sure.
Well, I do have an albuterol inhaler in case Teddy finds himself out of breath by the end of the third period. I'd like to get your take on the Holy Family netminder, Mr. Danny Lynn.
He's played great.
He's been fantastic.
He's played great. I think that he'll have 30-plus saves tonight. Will that be enough? We'll find out.
I believe he will as well. Danny is a River Falls native. He's played for Team Wisconsin the past couple of falls and spring off seasons. He's a big goaltender, takes up a lot of that net. Speaking of big, where do you think the physical play goes from here? We saw a couple of big hits, but being down in the tunnel beneath the bleachers, I didn't hear nearly as many ohs as I thought I would have.
We had a lot of good hits in that first period, but not a lot of wow hits.
Okay.
You know, I think the hits will take their toll on both teams. We'll see how the effect is in the third period.
Now, if the game comes down to, as so many do, special teams, who do you think has the edge when it comes to power play and penalty kill?
Oh, Holy Angels for sure, because those kids have been playing together, if you watch the pregame, since they were 6 years old. They should have the advantage. Well, that remains to be seen.
Oh, it looks a little bit like in 07 MPH practice during
Where's
the summer.
Mike Cheeseman when we need him? Huh?
He's taking notes and he's making
sure he is.
We'll be back with the second period. Holy Family, Holy Angels tied at 2-2. We'll be back with our second frame right after a brief word from our sponsors.
They'll tell you, if you stay and play high school hockey, you won't make it to the next level. They rarely talk about how special it is to play for your community. To represent where you came from, to wear your school's colors, working one-on-one with coaches, and best of all, playing with your best friends. It can be difficult to know if you're hitting the mark. But when you're hitting the mark, you'll know. Custom hockey jerseys proudly made in the USA.
Matzo pizzas are made in the heart of America's dairyland, Kaukauna, Wisconsin. Every Brew Pub Pizza is made with the highest quality meat and veggie toppings. Then bombarded with over half a pound of award-winning Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. Snag a slice of Brew Pub Pizza at the concession stand or enjoy a whole pizza conveniently located in the frozen pizza section of your local grocery store. Brew Pub, lots of pizzas, the ingredients for a great...
Everyone knows Luther does it all, but did you know you can do it all? At home?
I just sold my car.
On your phone?
I just got pre-approved. I just scheduled an oil change.
Whenever, wherever.
I just bought a new car.
Anything and everything, whenever and wherever. LutherAuto.com. You can do it all.
Back at Bloomington Ice Garden as we get ready for the second period. 2-2 the score. Holy Angels and Holy Family. Holy Family's led twice. They took the lead at 4:52 of the first period on a goal by Donovan Klin. And then Holy Angels tied it through Camden Hester at 8:40. And then Joey Wyant with the goal of this season so far anyway, the second game. Spectacular effort to make it 2-1 at 13:02. And then Teddy Lechner with the goal at 16:41. And we're tied at 2 shots, 12-8 for Holy Angels in the first period. Had a chance to talk to Olivia between periods.
Now you're a much smarter person.
You know what? I feel like I am. Did she tell you she has a master's degree in
for sure
law?
she does.
Yes.
For sure she does. She's the master of all, that's for sure. We're
That's
lucky
true.
to have her. It remains to be seen how long she'll be with us, but we enjoy every minute while she is.
She was telling me, I've heard your voice before, and it turns out her dad used to be a UMD football coach.
Oh, yeah.
So they listen to the broadcast that I've been involved in for the last 16 years.
So did you ever broadcast him?
What's that? No, I did not broadcast
okay.
him. But he's a little bit before me. But so he listens to the games, and she says, I know I heard your voice.
Oh,
that's the answer to that. So.
Yeah, you're a dog through and through. Did you go to UMD?
I did not.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to the University of Minnesota, Twin Cities campus, ladies and gentlemen.
What was the station?
Which?
The university station.
Well, they had two of them, KUOM.
Yeah.
And the student station was WMMR, which is also the station name in the big market in Philadelphia. So we had trouble. We had the same names, and over the line, here comes Holy Angels. A centering pass from Perrin comes all the way through to the near side. Teams change ends and attack towards their benches in the second period. With Tony Scott, Jeff Papist with you. Glad to have you along for the first high school game of the season here on the Hub as the puck winds up in the right corner, and it goes over the glass and out of play off of Perrin. 28 seconds into the period. Shots 12-8 for Holy Angels.
Well, that was a good start for Holy Angels.
What was it?
Gabe Perrin comes out of the gate like he always does. He's a racehorse. He reminds me a little bit of Eric Dickerson, a slasher, can get through anywhere and make plays happen at all times.
Eric Dickerson was 6'3" too, so
yes,
got some size to him as well. And now out to center ice and taking a swipe at it is Cheeseman. And now played on into the zone by Erz Assad. Cleared around to the near side. And Alexander trying to find a way up the wall. And now poked ahead to the near side. Trying to get out of the zone, Galvin, and finally it does come out to center. And here's Galvin. He's got Sorensen on his left. Pass to him, Sorensen in too deep. And now the puck comes in front. And it's laying between the skates of Perrin, who kicks it ahead calmly. And now here comes Holy Angels back. Pass to the right from Erz Assad will wind up behind the goal. And crashing in there. Play to the left point. Here's Perrin shooting right on, and a save made by Lynn. Face-off coming up in the Holy Family zone. 1:18 gone in the second period.
Is
in
it
a 2-2 game?
Is you judge me here? My take here.
Okay.
Calling this Donovan Klin a Star is Born, is that too soon for a freshman? I mean, that was a senior-like play. That little saucer pass he made there. He made it look so easy.
You know what? It's stranger things have happened. Let's put it that way. In this sport, where there have been freshmen that have come up with unbelievable performances.
That's what the state is all about, isn't it?
Yep.
Remember Jordan Schrader for St. Thomas Academy?
I do.
He reminds me a lot of Jordan Schrader a little bit. Just got that speed and such great hockey IQ.
Here's Wyatt centering. You know, and I have to put in a plug for my Lumberjacks. Remember Carson Coleman that played for the Boston Bruins. He scored 50 points as a freshman. And boy, was he something else. Broke a record of a kid named Langenbrunner.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, he made something of himself.
Whenever you start talking about a Cloquet player, I'm just waiting for you to say Langenbrunner.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's one of the Holy Trinity, right?
Yes. There's three, right? Okay, so obviously Plant and Corey. Well, that'd be the Holy Trinity, right?
That's two of the Holy. There's a shot from the wing boards.
Langenbrunner, Derek, and...
Yeah,
that's
right.
That's the Trinity.
That's the Holy Trinity in Cloquet.
No question about it.
Puck comes around behind the goal now, and Hester puts it to the left edge, trapped against the post by Lynn. Face-off, 2:27 gone.
Again, more zone time for Holy Angels, and I said this during the period break. They're going to get, if they don't get grade A's out of the shots, then it doesn't matter. But they're starting to get some grade A chances out of their shot maximization. They're maximizing their shots.
That makes sense.
And if you tune in for these between periods and I say maximizing, just ignore that fact, okay? Because I like that term.
It's like me saying half boards.
Oh, half wall. I'm the half wall king. You know, you're doing 6 games for us on Sunday. It's hard because you feel like you're repeating yourself. But guess what? You're getting a new audience every hour. So they didn't hear you say half wall.
They did not.
Right?
They did not.
Half wall and hash marks. Man, those help a lot.
Well, the hash marks do help a lot. I will say that. Now, Holy Angels, Stebbins behind the goal. They play up the near side, and they break out at center ice. That's Hunsaker. He comes over the line, they're 4 wide. A drop pass comes out to center, and Stebbins has to wait for teammates to get onside. And here's Olson. He plays it ahead, and that's going to be icing against Holy Angels. So
a nice flavor of kids on that Holy Angels team. You know, you got Hunsaker and Stebbins, they're from Minneapolis. You got Cheeseman's from Richfield. You know, a handful of kids from Bloomington, but just kind of a good flavor of kids from all over the place. And it's fun because I'm like, oh, I remember Hunsaker in the PWA state tournament. I remember this kid from that. And it's fun to see them all kind of come together on the private side.
You know, it's fun because some of the kids, how long have I been working with you?
Oh,
7, 8 years?
7, 8 years, that's
yeah,
for sure.
Now I'm seeing the Plants play at the.
Well, we were doing a Bantam Elite finals, and Plant and Ty Hansen were playing in that.
Over the line, here's a shot rising off the glass from Ayers Assad. But yeah, it's been a fun trip. Now some of those kids that I saw play as peewees and, you know, bantams wind up making the big time. They scrape for it there in the near corner, and it's dug out. Ayers Assad goes towards the net, forced behind by Galvin, and the puck played up the middle. And here's Klin. Good pass. Avelar over the line, works to his right. Now he tries to beat the defender on. He goes down, and there's no penalty. There were none called in the first period, by the way. And now here comes Holy Angels back over the line. It's Madden Brown shooting through a screen, and Klin wound up knocking it off the glass. Comes back out to center ice. Things starting to physical up a little bit here. Now we get a whistle, and now we're going to have our first penalty of the game. We have a hooking infraction called
on Baranivsky, I think. Sorensen, sorry.
Hooking penalty coming at 4 minutes and 26 seconds of.
Ryder got the stick under the armpit. Once you get on the armpit, there's no coming back, right?
No, it's kind of hard to hide that. Power play for Holy Angels, 0 for 5 in its first game. And they have the puck from the faceoff. And close in. Here's a shot over the top from Buckland. And the long carom comes all the way back. And here's Jackson Meyer behind the goal. First 15 gone, and here come the Stars on their power play.
They have power play 2 out there right now, Jeff.
And now here's Russ leaving it. Buckland forced in against the boards. Meyer picks it up at the left point. Now tries to feed it high, and it gets past Russ. Now Swanson around behind the net to the far side, and the Stars will work on the perimeter, and the puck deflected there in the corner by Liam Annan, and now it comes to the right point, held in. Stars get to the circle, and there's a shot off the traffic from Buckland, and now it winds up behind the net. 1:10 to go in the power play, into the circle. Chase Russ, and he's tied up there by Wilsey. Puck comes to the front of the net, laying there, and a poke at it, and it winds up going wide by Russ. And Holy Angels controls. Buckland closing in. Buckland to the dot, shoots, he hit the post. There's a solid Metallurgy save there. And now Holy Family breaks out, a pass to the right. And here's Crosby. And he is ridden off by Jackson Meyer. We're halfway through the penalty. And now Meyer cuts through center ice. He's over the line, full head of steam. Meyer leaves a drop pass, looking for Russ, and that's broken up. Forced off to the wall, and now loose along the boards and finally cleared. Back into the zone by Luca Colombo. 25 in the power play. Now a long pass to the left, and here comes Cheeseman over the line. Cheeseman closing in, and just there, Alexander threw him off his stroke. Cheeseman shoots, and that goes off the traffic with 10 seconds to go in the power play. Now behind the net, they'll work perimeter one more time. Up the slot, here's Perrin. Now to the circle for Cheeseman. He centers it, and it's loose in the circle, and they'll play for it to the near boards. Penalty is over. Cheeseman centers it, and that's deflected by Sorensen, and now Holy Family comes out. Sorensen to the right for Avelar over the line, and he is knocked off the puck. And Holy Family finishing a change now. 10:16 to go in the second period, a 2-2 tie. Here come the Stars. Pass too far for Gabe Perrin. It comes all the way back, and that'll be icing on the Stars. Let's take a break from the Bloomington Ice Gardens. It's 2-2 here on the Hub.
They'll tell you, if you stay and play high school hockey, you won't make it to the next level. They rarely talk about how special it is to play for your community. To represent where you came from, to wear your school's colors, working one-on-one with coaches, and best of all, playing with your best friends. It can be difficult to know if you're hitting the mark. But when you're hitting the mark, you'll know. Custom hockey jerseys proudly made in the USA.
Back in Bloomington, first TV timeout concluded. 10:09 to go in the second period, and it's 2-2. Good back and forth game. Face-off coming up in the Holy Angel zone to the right of George Sill, who's allowed 2 goals on 9 shots. Now cleared around behind the net, and Lechner plays it to center ice. Picked up there by Segfeld as he takes a hit. Galvin throws it to the right side, and now played back into the zone, and after it is Segfeld. Bank pass behind the net, Anand, and he is decleated in the left corner. Now the puck comes up the wall as the team's starting to open up a little bit on the physical side, and it comes out right to the blue line and brought in offside as Lechner just unable to hold the zone. 9:42 to go in the second period.
Peter used the term gag line. Get a goal.
Goal
That's
game.
a gag line out there right now for Holy Angels. That's the gag line right there. They got Kassergaard up front. Now Lechner back. Watch for some scoring opportunities.
Now over the line, Cheeseman with half a step, backhanded shot, and holding the post and making the save is Lynn. Now loose to the left corner, and the shot's now 16-9 for Holy Angels. That's 4-1 here in the second period. Now they dig the puck out, centered. It's broken up by Klin, but only as far as Perrin. Here's a shot, and that goes off the traffic, and now here comes Holy Family back. Klin at the red line will play it on in, and chasing after it there. Auden centers it, and it winds up going back behind the goal. And we get a whistle. We got a penalty.
I think Perrin's going to get one for roughing.
Straight rough.
And Kassergaard had one in the corner here where kind of got away with a bad cross-handed shiver to the back. It could be 1 or 2 penalties in the box here. Time to see the Holy Family power play. How did they do down in Rochester on their power play? Did you get that number?
2 out of 5.
2 out of 5, okay.
And Holy Angels 1 for 2 on their penalty kill against St. Thomas Academy. But you got a feeling with the talent that they've got, they might score a few shorties this year.
Oh, yeah.
Face off to the left of the goal. We're going to get a look back over the shoulder from the linesman, and now they tie up, and it's Kassergaard playing it ahead, and it gets past Avelar and comes all the way down the ice. There's Avelar, and he will round the net. Gets to the red line, and then lost it. And he was offside, so Sorensen has to circle back, and now rink-wide pass to the right, and over the line comes Adam Crosby. Gets to the corner. Crosby now behind the net, feeds the circle, and that's Alexander. Avelar, high in the slot, Alexander. Avelar crisscrosses, now gets to the circle. At the hash mark, he turns back, and now here's Alexander back over to Avelar. Just patient puck movement here. 1:07 to go in the power play. It's picked up there by Alexander, takes a shot, and that winds up going wide. Klin after it. He goes behind the goal for Crosby. Leaves to the left point. Avelar takes a shot. Ooh, it changed direction. And the puck played to the high stick according to the referee, so they touch it, and then it'll be waved down. But it was touched instead by the Stars. Now it comes in front. A pass up the middle is too far for Swanson. It'll come all the way down the ice. And with 38 seconds in the power play, Swanson tries to wrap around, and holding the post, Lynn makes the save on the right. Now here's Alexander. 30 seconds to go in the power play, and the best scoring chances come from the Stars.
I'm not sure that was a great play by Swanson or a great save by Lynn. Whichever, it was two good hockey plays back to back.
It might have been both here as Cheeseman picks it up in the circle, tries to center, loose at the right edge, and now played up the wing with 14 in the power play. Klan rink-wide pass is intercepted, and Lechner comes over the line. Lechner's to the left behind Cheeseman. He has to come back for it. 7 seconds in the penalty and played around. Here is Lechner in the corner. With options, he centered it, and it came onto the goaltender, and Lynn had to be sharp to make that save, and finally icing is called with 7 minutes to go in the period, and what a play that would have been by Lechner.
Holy Angels fans shouting their approval there. They took care of the Holy Family power play and created 3 or 4 great grade A opportunities shorthanded. Maybe Coach Gris should send the boys out for more penalties.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I've given up trying to figure out this game. 7 minutes to go in the period, and now up the slot, Perrin. Works to the right, and now picked up. Here's a shot by Perrin, save made, backhanded, a follow-up and a right on by Brown, and a save made by Lynn. Now Perrin feeds it over towards the right point, and here's Lechner in the circle. He goes behind the net. Teddy Lechner centers, and they score! Cheeseman from Lechner, and it's 3-2, first lead of the season for Holy Angels.
What a play. Teddy Lechner scored a goal and just absolutely teed one up for Cheese, and Cheese put it top shelf.
You look at the replay, no chance for Danny Lynn. Just good quick puck movement, and Cheeseman finds the range, his first goal of the season at the 10:23 mark of the second period.
We really got a taste of it, Jeff, at the end of that penalty kill, their puck movement, and you saw it there the minute they got 5-on-5, they did some damage.
So Cheeseman the goal, his first.
Won't be his last.
And the only assist on that goal goes to Lechner. And in against the boards, a penalty coming here to
Russ.
Holy Angels and Chase Russ. The question is, how much will it be? As that was a hit from the back into the boards, and the referees will talk about it.
A little conference.
Time of the penalty is 10:48.
While the officials talk over, it's going to go 2 minutes. Cross check. Chase Russ, I'll give you a little trivia here. I don't have the year on me, but when he was a Pee Wee B in the Edina Association, his team won the Gobbler tournament, which was played here over Thanksgiving, and he was the MVP of that tournament. There you go.
Boy.
And my producer is shaking his head. I don't know if that's a good head shake or a bad head shake.
No, I think it's a good head shake. I just think it's a vast font of knowledge is what I would consider.
There we go. Well, hope you enjoy it.
I did. And another power play for Holy Family. Couldn't get much going on their first one, but now they intercept a pass in tight. And Sorensen, and he is tied up and dropped in the circle. Cheeseman picks it up. Now it's swatted in front, 2-on-0 in front of the net. A centering pass, and right on, and a save made by Sill as the puck came to Klin in front of the goal, and he was in the process of losing his footing, but put it on goal.
What is with the power plays? We'll just blame it on early season mechanics or what, Jeff? The last 2 power plays have been disasters for both power plays.
Here's a
Rear
replay.
disasters, we'll call it.
That's a good stop by Sill there as Klin, as he was falling, put it right on goal. Here's Abelard shooting in a breakaway. Cheeseman right up the middle going in. He shoots, and a save made by Lynn. Cheeseman, a clean breakaway. And now played back into the zone, and the Stars will play keep away. Cheeseman up the middle. Defender on the wrong edge. Cheeseman over the line, closing in. He fires, and he missed the net. Ayers Assad in the near boards trying to fish it out, but there's 3 green shirts in. And Ayers Assad doing a great job of holding the puck on the boards. Now played to center. It's picked up by Lechner and played back into the man trapped. Ayers Assad comes back onside, and now Holy Family will start up their second power play. And the puck comes in. And right back out, pass down the wing. After it there is Erzazad. Chasing him is Alexander. And Alexander ties him up. Puck comes free. And now Centered and Crosby is there. 35 seconds in the power play. Crosby over the line. Crosby played it past one man, comes around behind the net, leaves it. And now here is Avelar. Back down for Crosby. Centering pass to the far side. And played down by Segfeld. Now Klin, Segfeld. Came to him off of Kazergod. And now picked up by Crosby. 7 seconds in the power play, near side. Here's Klin back in front. Crosby had to go off the heel of his stick, and the rebound is cleared the length of the ice as the penalty comes to an end. And now cleared around on the near side. It comes out to center with just over 4 minutes to go in the period. And here comes Buckland over the line. Buckland, half a step, closes. Backhanded shot, save made by Lynn, who has been busy here in the second period. Shots are 10-1 for Holy Angels in the second period. The puck comes out to center and Wyant. And now played back into the zone, and here comes Segfeld. Rink-wide pass, picked up at center ice. Wilsey, now here they come, and over the line comes Wyant. Centers it, and a puck comes out. It's a 3-on-0 if they hurry over the line. Here's a centering pass, they score! McKenzie, and it's 4-2. Well, that's the mistake you just can't make.
What a sequence, Jeff. What a sequence. Right down in front of us, two Holy Angels guys crash into each other, creating a 2-on-1 for Holy Family. They cough it up, and it turns out to be a 3-on-0 the other way. You're a broadcaster for football. What would be the equivalent of that? I mean, that's like a blocked punt, dropped ball, and return the other opposite way. I mean, you don't see that very often in hockey.
No.
Quick transitions like that.
But if you're going to see them, I imagine a second period would be when you would.
Yes, you would.
You know, when you have the
short bench.
Short bench, right.
Yep. What a crazy sequence there.
Let's get the announcement. Unassisted for McKenzie.
Unassisted? What do you mean, Buckland?
Let's take a break. 4-2 for the Stars here on the Youth Hockey Hub.
Hey, how's it going? Great. You here to pick up my truck?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that was easy. Yeah, I knew Luther buys cars, but I had no idea it was this simple and convenient. Is there anything you guys don't do?
Not really.
Will you buy any car?
Yeah.
Even that one?
Even that one.
Wow, you do it all.
Luther Auto, over 40 locations and one of the region's largest inventories. Luther Auto, we do it all.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
Remember that unassisted goal? Turns out there was 2 assists.
The only 2 people in the building who were unassisted was
us,
Jeff and Tony.
Yep.
I apologize. I'm going crazy. Producer Moss is saying, we're going to break. I'm like, we're not going to break. Buckley got an assist. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I get a little excited sometimes.
It's all right. But Robin Cook turned around and gave me the evil eye, and I better than argue with Robin.
What do you mean? I said assist, and we did not hear it that way up here. We need our hearing checked.
And
you hit your 60s, haven't you?
Just did in June.
Yeah,
yes.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
I turned 58 on Sunday, so I'm going to blame it on the ears.
So there's 118 years here in the booth. And
because we came out broadcasting.
Yeah.
At birth.
Well, this is what I was
broadcasting.
born to do.
Okay, I had a little microphone in my hand, little baby mic in my hand, calling games.
Yeah.
When was your first game? How old were you when you first broadcasted a game?
17.
You're so lucky.
And then when I was 18, I sat next to Al Shaver for a game at Met Center against the Vancouver Canucks, and
the rest is history.
Al listened to my tape, and he gave me
lots of feedback.
Some feedback, yes, he did, but he was very kind about it. And then
what a kind man.
And I called him up just before he passed us to say thank you, because now there's people that come to me and say, "Can you listen to my tape?" And great fun. What a great gentleman.
I got to work for Dave Moore. That was my touch with greatness.
There you go.
I wrote his weekend news, like 3 years in college.
Well, meanwhile, back here at the Ice Garden, 2:51 to go in the second period. Now Holy Family up against it. They trail by 2. And a very fine second period for Holy Angels. They've outshot the Fire by 11-1. Brown over the line for Holy Angels, and it's poke checked away. You know, it's not like they don't have chances here. Here's
both teams.
Sorensen over the line. Sorensen, threw it in front, mostly slowed down by Lechner, who takes it behind the goal. Now Lechner under pressure, lost it. Here's Avelar in the circle, and he winds up taking it behind the net as he's tied up there by Meyer, and he gives him a little shot for good measure. Puck to the high slot, and it's held in by Sorensen, but only briefly. And now the Fire pick it up. Just over 2 minutes now to go in the period. And to the left. And played Wyant, who has a goal for Holy Family. Now a pass to Cheeseman. He's over the line. Cheeseman undresses Alexander and takes a shot. Wow, and a save made by Lynn. Puck comes to the left point. Kazar got over the top. And now it winds up along the wall, where it's controlled by Hester, who has a goal. He lost out, and here's Crosby. Over the line, Crosby trying to find Joey Wyant in front of the goal. It comes out. Here's a chance. Here's Hunsaker going in. Hunsaker shoots. Oh, that's a great stop by Lynn. Stayed right with him. And now Lynn from the point makes a save on a shot from Lechner. And with 1:28 to go, Holy Angels has got it in high gear now. They have got 13 shots. And here's a replay. And how quick they are in transition, Tony. It's amazing to watch. They went from skating backwards in the zone in possession, and the end result is a breakaway, and that's a terrific stop.
They're going to do that to you all night long if you let them.
Puck comes out to center. A collision at center ice between between Swanson and Crosby. Now back comes Holy Family trying to get something going late in the period. Crosby over the line trying to get past his defender. He's tackled. There's going to be a penalty there. And it is going to go against Oscar Buckland.
No, it's going to be on Stebbins.
Or Stebbins, rather.
Stebbins is going to pursue a career in legal work. He's got both palms up, pleading his case, looking for a deposition, maybe filing some subpoenas, but none of them are going to work. He's going to the box for holding. He had his arms fully wrapped around, and after he tackled him, he did the infamous, I didn't do anything, and he knew he was busted.
The quality of mercy is not strained. It falls as the gentle rain from heaven upon the place beneath.
Wow, that's deep.
That's Shakespeare.
I thought so. I thought it was Papus.
Here's Avelar.
Big sequence here for Holy Family.
Yes. Their third straight power play, and they give up possession. And now it's picked up by Cheeseman, played back into the zone. Lechner. Boy, there's some skill out there, isn't it? Parrish throws it ahead. And they play at the length of the ice. Cheeseman, he goes down, and Alexander goes after the puck. And it's underneath. Cheeseman, finally it's kicked away. 27 seconds to go in the second period. It's been a solid one for Holy Angels. 2 goals, and they've held the opponent to 1 shot. And now Perrin plays it in. Here's Cheeseman, and it's offside, so we got a face-off with 16 seconds left.
I was afraid that the referee didn't see it because he has his feet to worry about. What the puck was right in front of him, so it's a really hard call for the referee. And the linesman's guarding the center line on that one, so a little bit tricky call for the referee on that one.
And we have the opener tomorrow night.
Yeah, Anoka.
Yes.
And Jefferson, 2 of the best uniforms in the state. Well, hopefully their hockey teams are as good as their uniforms.
Yes.
Jags are undefeated.
Now over the line, the puck winds up centered, loose at the right edge, and over skating there was Galvin, but up the slot it comes. A shot at the buzzer is turned away from Segfeldt, and we go to the second intermission. Holy Angels leading at 4-2. They had 14 shots in the second period, and Holy Family had only 2. So 26-10.
That was a clinic put on by the Stars in that period. They were in the box 3 times, correct, right?
Yes.
And still managed to put up 2 goals and about 10 to 15 grade A opportunities.
Well, Danny Lynn playing well. you know, you can't say that he's not playing well. It's 26 shots and 4 goals, but boy, some picture goals scored by
He's
Holy
had a
Angels.
couple big saves already. He'll have a couple more. I predicted in the second period break that he'd have 30 saves. Well, that's a pretty easy projection at this point.
I would think so. All right, we are ready to go back down to the bench. Olivia King is on the Holy Family bench. Take it away.
Olivia King here with head coach of the Holy Family Fire, Zach Freley. What are you guys looking to do here in the third to change momentum?
I think it's just our guys getting used to playing at this pace and against a team like this, right? Like, these guys are ranked highly for a reason. We have a lot of inexperienced guys, so we want them to get used to playing like this, and the only way to get used to it and grow is to do it. So we'll just hope that they bounce back a little bit mentally in the third.
What are you looking to see here in the third?
Just, I think, compete and bounce back, right? You give up 2 goals, they dominate that whole period. It'd be nice to see the response of wipe it clean and come back and see how we play in the third period.
Thanks, Coach. We'll be back with Friday Night Ice after a word from our sponsors.
In life, we all need a little help to reach our summit. Whatever your summit looks like, it's easier to reach when your body is strong and healthy. At Summit Orthopedics, our team of highly specialized physicians listens to and values every one of our patients. We take a conservative approach to care to get you back to your healthy and active lifestyle. Reach your summit. Summit Orthopedics. Visit summitortho.com to make an appointment today.
Brew Pub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brew Pub Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brew Pub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brew Pub Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Hey, how's it going? Great. You here to pick up my truck?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that was easy. Yeah, I knew Luther buys cars, but I had no idea it was this simple and convenient. Is there anything you guys don't do?
Not really.
Will you buy any car?
Yeah.
Even that one?
Even that one.
Wow, you do it all.
Luther Auto, over 40 locations and one of the region's largest inventories. Luther Auto, we do it all.
Some matzo pizzas are made in the heart of America's dairyland, Kaukauna, Wisconsin. Every Brew Pub Pizza is made with the highest quality meat and veggie toppings. Then bombarded with over half a pound of award-winning Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. Snag a slice of Brew Pub Pizza at the concession stand or enjoy a whole pizza conveniently located in the frozen pizza section of your local grocery store. Brew Pub Lots of Pizzas, the ingredients for a great time.
Welcome back to the Bird's Nest, ladies and gentlemen. What a period. Not for the game this time, for the Holy Angels Stars. 2 goals for the Stars. Cole Cheeseman and Bennett McKenzie make the score 4-2 in favor of Holy Angels over Holy Family. Tony Scott, what'd you see from the top that I didn't see sitting right along the glass?
Well, first of all, let's rewind the tape to the last period break. I said they're going to need to maximize their shots on goal because they didn't maximize them with their 12 from last period. Peter, did they maximize in that period? I feel like they did.
Whatever that noise was.
It's a rewinding of a tape. It was a little VHS tape. That was it. Sorry.
You're dating yourself, Grandpa. They did maximize their shots in that period. In fact, the Stars outshot the Fire, I believe, 14-2 in that period. And Holy Family didn't even get its second shot of the period until the last 5 seconds, thanks to another power play for the Fire. What are you seeing up here that could have led to Holy Family having some man advantages?
Well, I mean, I feel like the Holy Angels is letting it all out. You know, I mean that offensively with their passing and connecting on passes, but more or less they're taking it to them physically too, and they don't care if they're in the box because they've had great opportunities shorthanded. So who cares if we go to the box? We're dominating right now. Let's see if they can do it in the third. Key factor is that short bench. You know, that short change. They're getting the short changes. They're gag lining too. They gag lined twice in that period, Peter. So I think you got onto something with this Holy Angels crew. It's working. Let's not fix anything that's not broken, right?
Yeah, gag line, that's trademarked by Youth Hockey Hub. One play I would like to point out on that penalty kill, Oscar Buckland slips that puck over to Cole Cheeseman, who knows what to do with the biscuit. I was watching Oscar Buckland during warm-ups, and I thought, this kid's just got a little something. He's got a little cayenne pepper to his game.
He does. He's spicy.
How do you feel about Oscar?
I love his game, and when they got to the 3-0, I knew he was going to pass it. How nice was that when he froze it and froze it and froze it and finally slid it across? That's the goal of the night for sure.
Oh, it was beautiful. Absolutely the goal of the night for now. Through 2 periods, Holy Angels leads Holy Family by a score of 4-2. Tony Scott and Peter Adi will break down what has to happen in the 3rd period right after a brief word from our sponsors.
Hey, how's it going?
Great. You here to pick up my truck?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that was easy. Yeah, I knew Luther buys cars, but I had no idea it was this simple and convenient. Is there anything you guys don't do?
Not really.
Will you buy any car?
Yeah.
Even that one?
Even that one.
Wow, you do it all.
Luther Auto, over 40 locations and one of the region's largest inventories. Luther Auto, we do it all.
Brew Pub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brew Pub Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half-pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brew Pub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brew Pub Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Stress fractures in the foot, generally the pain is on the top of the foot. There may or may not be much in the way of swelling, but there's usually tenderness, meaning that if you push on the area, it is sore to touch. So if you've had a change in activity, been doing a little bit more and developed pain that hurts when you walk or certainly hurts more when you try to run on it, that's concerning for a stress fracture. Sometimes those can be seen on x-ray, sometimes it requires an MRI to decide whether or not there is a stress fracture there.
Kids grow up wanting to play hockey for their hometown. Entire communities support and cheer for the home team. Here in Minnesota, hockey and home are interconnected. If you're looking for a home builder that shares your passion for hockey, look no further than the official home partner of the Minnesota Wild, Custom One. Visit CustomOneMN.com to learn more. Custom One, home comes first.
Welcome back, folks. Just a few more swipes of the Zamboni. A couple of keys for the 3rd period. Tony, it's got to start with shooting the puck. Holy Family needs to get a few more shots on goal. They cannot go another period getting 2 shots.
Well, they only need 2, technically, to tie the score. But they're going to definitely need to generate more offense, and I think that'll come with physical play. They have to be able to match Holy Angels' physical play in this 3rd period, or it's going to be a runaway.
I would also say they need to generate some sort of offense on the power play. The Holy Family power play has looked really good for Holy Angels. They've created so many chances in transition on that penalty kill, and if you notice, when the puck comes back to the blue line on the PK, that defender is backing away and waiting for the far side forward to run a post pattern through the neutral zone. A little rainbow shot.
It's been working, too.
And even if it doesn't work, you dump the puck. Who cares? You're killing a penalty.
They're like riverboat gamblers out there. They are playing loose. They're playing loosey-goosey. They are. They're playing pond hockey out there right now. And if they score the next goal, just shut it down. I mean, we might as well just end the game. It's over if they score the next goal. But I think Holy Family can do it. I think they can muster up some. They got some time here. They got a minute on the power play. And they're going to get a couple more power plays. By the way, Holy Angels is playing right now, so it's not over yet.
It's certainly not over yet. Holy Family scored 4 goals in the 3rd period of its season-opening victory over Rochester Century John Marshall. Could they score 4 times in the 3rd period against these stars of Holy Angels?
This ain't Rochester Century, Peter. This is Holy Angels. I don't see it happening.
You don't see it happening. Well, frankly, I don't really see it happening either. But as you said, 1 minute on the board. Holy Family's going to have a power play here. If they can convert on this power play, where do you think their odds go?
I think they go straight to the roof. I think they just need a little something. I've seen plenty of good play out of Holy Family in this game, but at the end of the day, they got to start generating some offense, and I think it's with physical play.
Captain Adam Crosby had the puck in the slot at one point. He loaded, and all of a sudden the puck just rolled off the end of his stick.
Yes.
It's time for the veteran leadership of Holy Family to step up to the plate here and start potting some goals.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah, I would also throw out Donovan Klin has really impressed me so far. He seems to be one of the only players showing any sort of activity with his stick in the offensive zone, calling for the puck, waving his stick in the air. Guys, get it to me. Could he play a big role in the third period?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the Holy Family fans to go, he's a freshman, because that's what I'm waiting to hear tonight. Yes, he can make it happen, no question about it.
Well, and we're waiting for the third period, which will be right after a word from our sponsors.
They'll tell you, if you stay and play high school hockey, you won't make it to the next level. They rarely talk about how special it is to play for your community. To represent where you came from, to wear your school's colors, working one-on-one with coaches, and best of all, playing with your best friends. It can be difficult to know if you're hitting the mark. But when you're hitting the mark, you'll know. Custom hockey jerseys proudly made in the USA.
Lots of pizzas are made in the heart of America's Dairyland, Kaukauna, Wisconsin. Every Brew Pub Pizza is made with the highest quality meat and veggie toppings. Then bombarded with over half a pound of award-winning Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. Snag a slice of Brew Pub Pizza at the concession stand or enjoy a whole pizza conveniently located in the frozen pizza section of your local grocery store. Brew Pub, lots and lots of pizzas, the ingredients for a great...
Everyone knows Luther does it all, but did you know you can do it all? At home?
I just sold my car.
On your phone?
I just got pre-approved. I just scheduled an oil change.
Whenever, wherever.
I just bought a new car.
Anything and everything, whenever and wherever. LutherAuto.com. You can do it all.
I'm back at the Bloomington Ice Garden. Hey, it's Peter Odney.
It's not Tony Scott.
It's not. How you doing, man?
I'm fantastic. I'm sitting alongside Jeff Papis here, the legend himself, Mr. Jeff Papis. It is an honor to be sitting to the left of you.
It is an honor to be sitting to the right of you as we get ready for the third period. What are your thoughts on this game? We've heard Tony, his opinions are never, how shall I say this, subtle.
Oh, that was very diplomatic of you. I would have said boneheaded or obnoxious. My personal takeaways from this game, Holy Family needs to convert on these man advantages. It feels like Holy Angels has had every chance while killing penalties. They are such a fun team to watch in transition. And another thing, Holy Family trying to get the puck out of its own zone on the penalty kill.
Yeah.
Defensemen, why are we skating it ourselves? This isn't the Gobbler. This isn't Bantam or Pee Wee or Squirt hockey. Gentlemen, we need to make our quick passes. We got to get out of here, and we got to get some zone time.
Well, to be fair, Holy Angels' penalty kill is as good as some teams' power plays, I would think, as far as generating offensive chances. The four that they had out there, I mean, Cheeseman in particular is just a one-man wrecking crew, or can be, if you let him.
Well, here's a hot take for you, Jeff. If Cole Cheeseman were 3 inches taller, 15 pounds heavier, and maybe half a step faster, Division I coaches would be camped all along this catwalk trying to get a look at 28.
You know what? I think he's quick enough, at least that we've seen so far. A couple of breakaways and it's just a good positional sense, but they all do on that Holy Angels team. So see if Holy Family can get back into the game in the third period. They had 2 shots on goal in the second and 3 power plays, which is not the number that you want.
If I may appear to be so worldly, I would say that is no bueno, Jeff. No bueno. 2 shots on goal, no bueno. They need more shots, even if they're coming from the blue line or from what you would consider a low percentage angle in the corner. Something, anything to generate rebounds or scoring chances.
100% of the shots you don't take don't go in.
Who said that?
I'm pretty sure it was Gretzky.
Gretzky?
He's attributed as having said that.
Oh, which Gretzky?
Keith.
Nobody remembers the Gretzky brother, do they, Jeff?
You know, he had the best nickname in the history of hockey.
Oh, please, I don't know what it is.
The good one.
You know, Jeff, if you ever get tired of announcing games for us here at Youth Hockey Hub, you could have your own variety show. How'd you like that?
I don't know. I have a face for not being on camera. Maybe that would be a podcast. Maybe that's something that we could look at. But boy, it's yeah. 100% of the shots don't go in.
We would platform the hell out of you, Jeff. If you had a podcast, we would put you right on our channel. It looks like Mr. Scott is ready to take back over for me. Jeff, it's been a real pleasurable 30 seconds
yes, sir.
to be with you. Good luck with the third
always,
period.
Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. All right, we got them lined up now in front of their benches. And Holy Family needs something special here in the third as they trail at 4-2. Goals for Holy Family for Klin and Wyatt, and for Holy Angels, Hester, Lechner, Cheeseman, and McKenzie. The most recent goal, as you look at the Holy Angels bench, trying to rebound from a 5-0 tune-up job against St. Thomas Academy and Tuesday night, and they are 17 minutes away from getting on the left side of the win-loss column, is where they want. Still a minute of power play. That's the time that Stebbins has in his holding penalty, so Holy Family with a chance to set up offensively and maybe make something happen as Cheeseman will face off against Adam Crosby.
Did you get exactly what the delay was? That were they just waiting for the ice to set?
I think so.
Okay, I was thinking that maybe.
And into the zone comes Holy Angels. Here's Assad behind the goal. And he gets taken in against the boards, and now the Fire start back. And Crosby left the drop pass, carrying on is Ryder Sorensen. He's over the line. Sorensen tried to play it behind the net, and that went off the defender. Now it's played up the middle, and here's Cheeseman again. But it's a little bit too far for him, and enough to chase it down. Takes a sharp angle, puts it behind the net. Back out to center, and Lechner in control for the Stars, over to Gabe Perrin. Here's Ayers Assad over the line, and he drops it, picked up by Avelar, and now down the near wing, here comes Klin. Over the line, Donovan Klin puts on the brakes, falls, and here's Wilsey playing it behind the net to Crosby. 4 seconds in the power play, picked up there by Russ, and now Holy Angels is at full strength, so that third penalty goes by the boards over the line. A screen shot deflected over the glass by Avelar from Chase Russ and out of play. 1:07 gone in the third.
More the same for Holy Angels, right? Physical play, really, really good puck movement. I mean, for this early in the year, you know, like I said, these kids have been playing together since they were 6 years old. They're like, how do they do it? Well, it helps that they've had a lot of time on ice together, whether it be early morning skill skates with a guy named Chris Boydell, or just playing their whole lives together really helps.
Segfeld retreats behind the net, feeds around for Anand on the near side, and he can't get out. Now it runs up the slot, and here comes Holy Family. Galvin passes to the left for Wilsey, and he cannot play it past the defender, Avi Kazergod. Now down the wing, here come the Stars in. And a drop pass, here's Buckland. The far boards, the puck comes free, and it's poked ahead, and now the Fire will pick it up and play to center, then shot back by Stebbins with a zone to the right, and Liam Anand goes back for it. 2 minutes gone here in the third period, and there's a pass that's in the skates of Galvin, and Holy Angels able to come over the line. This is McKenzie, and now he drops it off around the net, and a centering pass by Buckland, as the goaltender, for some reason, was still on the right post. Now picked up and cleared down the wall, and centered as Holy Family's Wyatt picks it up and plays to center for Galvin. Rink wide, he plays it ahead and then heads for the bench on a change, and now a pass down the near wing, and here comes Swanson over the line for Holy Angels. Swanson cuts in, shoots, and a save made against the post by Danny Lynn. Another good stop there by Lynn, and the puck played out to center, and here's Hunsaker dropping it back. And now Stebbins to the left, and up the middle, here comes Swanson over the line. Swanson working on the defender, centers it, toe save by Lynn off to the right boards. Here's a 2-on-2 for Holy Family. Going back the other way, and a drop pass, and that winds up in against the boards. Picked up by Holy Family, and that's Nutter behind the goal. Now he moves to the front of the net, and going in behind for Holy Family is Colombo. Now it winds up along the boards. It's played on out to center, and the Stars, Hunsaker heads back while this team is changing. Now Lechner feeds it over to the left for Perrin. Back for Lechner. And he comes over the line. Lechner with a full head of steam going in, and it winds up behind the net. Centering pass, point blank shot for Ayers Assad, and a reflex save by Lynn. The puck comes all the way back, and here's Gabe Perrin behind the net, and Perrin will circle back. He's working there on the forward 24, Henry Hoffman, another freshman for Holy Family. Now cleared up the near side, and here's Gabe Perrin. Pass to the left, and over the line they come. Hunsaker plays it to the right of the net. Now winds up centered, and Ayers Assad has it there. And he leaves it. Lechner to the high slot. Perrin shoots off the traffic, and it's picked up by Avelar for Holy Family. Tries a saucer pass up the middle. Loose in the center circle, picked up, and here's Hunsaker. Check that. That's Madden Brown shooting. Right on, rebound, they score! And that's Cheeseman's second goal of the game, and it's 5-2.
It was just a matter of time. I talked about the quick hitting passing. You went Lechner, Perrin, right up the, I mean, that was a bing, bang, boom to Brown, and Brown just got the puck on net, and Cheeseman was there to pick up the cheese.
Assist for Madden Brown.
And that's all started right there, Jeff, by quick passing. You can't keep up with it when they're going that quick.
Let's see if Robin Cook says unassisted again.
We're not listening.
No, we're not. Perrin also getting an assist. And now here's a shot that goes wide as McKenzie tracks after it in the Holy Family zone. Now picked up and played behind the goal for Wilsey. 5-2 for Holy Angels. 12:18 to go, and over the line. It comes to the right, and Wilsey tries to get behind the net, but he's ridden off. Picked up now by Wyatt. He centers it. Good chance in front, and Emerson Kugel, number 7, unable to find the target. Now picked up by Holy Angels, and they start out. Here's Meyer over the line. Off balance, played on out to center, and controlled by Stebbins. He feeds the left, and now Chase Russ, that's broken up. Comes back out to center. Russ has to get on side. And McKenzie now to Stebbins, who plays it into the zone. Here's Segfeld to the right, and now Kuglin to the left, and that's going to go the route, but no icing. And now behind the net, it's controlled by Jackson Meyer. Pass up the middle, and the Stars come through to center ice. Played across by Hester, and now loose in the circle, and poked away by Lucas Vivona, 28. Now it winds up down the wall, and Hester plays it down. After it there is Tyler Blood, 17, and now Blood has it back on the right side, plays it around behind the net. And Blood pass up the wing is behind Colombo. He has to come back for it, and the Stars, they give it away, and here's Baranevsky closing in, backhanded shot, and a save made by George Sill. Didn't have much to do in the second period. He had only 2 saves to make. And now here is Klin. Laying it around behind on the near side for Carson Wright for the Fire. It winds up back behind the goal, and Andy Olson goes back behind the net. And with 10:40 to go, the Stars will work it rink wide out to center ice. Good outlet pass. Here's Perrin over the line, and it's offside on the right as Hunsaker was in too early. Let's take a break here from Bloomington Ice Gardens. 5-2 for the Stars here on the Youth Hockey Hub.
They'll tell you, if you stay and play high school hockey, you won't make it to the next level. They rarely talk about how special it is to play for your community. To represent where you came from, to wear your school's colors, working one-on-one with coaches, and best of all, playing with your best friends. It can be difficult to know if you're hitting the mark. But when you're hitting the mark, you'll know. Custom hockey jerseys proudly made in the USA.
Back at Bloomington Ice Garden, we have 10:34 to play in the third period. 5-2 for Holy Angels. They've scored the last 4 goals. Pair of goals for Cole Cheeseman. One of the seniors on this Holy Angels team. And now they control from the faceoff. Perrin. Now over to the left, and they will carry it in. Cheeseman chasing after the puck, but he'll come out second in that race as the puck comes out to center ice. Ayers Assad leaves a drop pass for Teddy Lechner. And now Ayers Assad unable to control, but he comes back for the loose puck and plays it in. Avelar has it for Holy Family. As we're under 10 minutes to go, here's Avelar at the blue line, and now he rink wides one ahead, and taking a tumble over the blue line there was Klin. Now a breakaway, and it's Cheeseman again, going in, and he puts it over the top. What is that, 2 or 3 for him? As it's picked up now in the left corner by the Fire, and they play it back behind the goal. May not be the fastest player in the world, but you know what? He's got sense.
He's one of the smartest, that's for sure.
You got that right, and here's Sorensen over the line on his backhand, cuts to the top of the circle, centers it, it comes loose in front, and now cleared up the middle. Here come the Stars. Pass to the left side, it's Cheeseman again, over the line, tries to cut to the slot, and a follow-up shot by McKenzie. And that winds up going off the goaltender. And now here's a shot from the left point that's deflected over the glass and out of play off the stick of Chase Russ with 9:12 left.
Well, it's been the Cole Cheeseman show here the last
has it ever.
45 minutes.
Wow.
He's been incredible. Talking to Olivia King about who's going to be our player of the game, and I'm like, well, Cheeseman's got the goals, but Teddy Lechner's also been pretty electric himself. So we'll see what happens in the last 9 minutes.
Now the puck from the draw. Played diagonal to the high slot. Meyer now has it back at the left point. Meyer plays it down to the right edge, and it's picked up there by Russ. Dropping to the right point. There's Kazergod with it. He takes a shot, and that caught the goaltender high and comes off to the corner. Kazergod holds in the high slot. Puck picked up, and now here comes Holy Family back, and trying to skate through is Wyant. Kazergod behind the goal. Here's a question for you. I won't get it to you at the next whistle. Here's Russ over the line, and now it's offside, so I'll get to ask, who is the third best defenseman on Holy Angels?
Ah, God, that's a... Well, I don't even know.
If you look at the players that they have put out there.
Well, I have to say Lechner has got the most upside, right? He's got the height, the game. He's been great today, but you got Perrin, you got Kastler, you got Meyer. I mean, there's no real drop-off.
No, there is not.
We were looking at the exact same thing there. I'm thinking through this, like, wow, there is no drop-off in that top 4.
Now it's picked up by Holy Family, and here's Baranivsky, playing it into the zone. Round to the near side, Swanson for Holy Angels trying to get out. It's going to be held in on the wall by Baranivsky, and now it's loose, finally controlled by Stebbins. As he falls, puck comes out to center ice, and Swanson shoots it in. Going back behind the net, Hunsaker after it. And he's taken in against the boards by Tyler Blood. Puck comes around to the far side, and they dig it right back out. Hunsaker goes back down behind the net for Swanson. And now picked up along the near boards, and the Fire try to play it out. Stebbins can't hold it, and now played rink wide to center, where controlled by Andy Olson. Back around on the near side for Stebbins. Up the middle, and here's Hester over the line. Got away from him, comes along the boards, and it's played back behind the goal for Holy Family by Nutter. Now along the wall, and it comes to the left point. Here's Swanson, and that gets knocked out to center. Stebbins playing catch with Olson, and they turn back the other way. Stebbins shoots it into the zone, and getting there first will be Max Alexander for Holy Family. Now cleared around on the near side, 7:10 to go, and here's Sorensen at center. Pass to the right, over the line. It's Galvin, and he can't get it on goal. Now the puck comes loose in the slot, and now the Stars will get it behind the net. Less than 7 minutes to go, and here's Cheeseman coming out on the near side. Cheeseman tried to leave a drop pass, and it came out to center ice. Now Perrin, rink wide, into the zone, and Cheeseman goes after it. The goaltender comes out for it and then plays it to the near corner. But the Stars will win that battle too, as the puck comes to Cheeseman in the corner. He centers it, a bouncing puck, And it goes off to the corner boards before Brown can get it to sit down. Now up the slot. Here's Perrin trying to center it. Where is it? It's off to the far side, and Brown has it. And he goes down behind the goal. Now controlled by Ayers Assad. 6:20 to go. The puck comes up the slot, and here's Lechner closing in. Lechner shooting, and that goes off the defender, Galvin, and comes back right where it came from. Now Lechner feeds it down into the circle, and Cheeseman in the slot shoots right on, and a save made by Lynn right in the midsection. Shots are 32-11. And we're going to take a timeout here from Bloomington Ice Garden with 6:06 to go in a 5-2 game.
Everyone knows Luther does it all, but did you know you can do it all? At home?
I just sold my car.
On your phone?
I just got pre-approved. I just scheduled an oil change.
Whenever, wherever.
I just bought a new car.
Anything and everything, whenever and wherever. LutherAuto.com. You can do it all.
I think pain that moves around, that's migratory, like, gosh, I was sore here for a couple days and now I'm sore here for a couple days. Like, migratory pain seems to be less concerning and less serious. Something that's persistent, pain that lasts more than 2 weeks, pain that seems to be resistant to other things like ice, rest, that's concerning, and anything that makes you limp is not okay. There's something wrong if you're limping. If you can't bear your own body weight on your legs, something's not right.
Back at Bloomington Ice Gardens, 5-2, Holy Angels. Rebounding from their season opening loss against St. Thomas Academy, but scored the last 4 in this game. And from the draw, it's picked up, and here come the Fire. Down the near wing, and it's Woolsey. He's knocked off the puck, and we got a whistle. We're going to get an offside. Face-off outside with 5:53 left. Buckland on the face-off against Crosby, and it's won by the Fire. Sigfeld has to play it in, can't get it past Russ, and now chase Russ over the line, over to McKenzie. McKenzie going in behind the net. Leaves a drop pass for Russ, and that doesn't connect. Holy Family picks it up. A pass to the near side is tipped on its way to the receiver, Sorensen. He rink wides, and now the Fire start back. Segfeld over the line. Segfeld plays it behind the net, chasing after it Kazergod, and it winds up in the near circle, and Russ plays it out to center, and here comes Buckland 2-on-1. Buckland over the line, forced wide, takes a shot, and Lynn makes the save with a glove hugging the left post. Face off with 5:14 to go. We had talked about Holy Family trying to get into the game. They only had one shot in the third period.
He stole my thunder again.
I'm sorry.
I'm doing shot count. I'm like, wow, we're at 11 now.
It's 33-11.
8 in the first period.
Yep. And both their goals. That was a more even, more of a back and forth sort of a period, but since then I think Holy Angels is deeper.
You and I have been doing this a long time and been around this planet a long time. One of my favorite terms for a team that doesn't produce a lot of offense is anemic. And anemic is what I feel like.
Oh, it's off the crossbar. And Arriba, how does he not score there? As Hester poked at it with an open cage, and somehow it stayed out. Here's Hester centering. Well, a solid goalpost there. Now Stebbins plays it across. And the Stars back to center ice, tipped ahead. And now over the line is Hunsaker. And he swings around behind to the near side. Hunsaker to take a shot that goes off the traffic. Now in the left corner, Blood for Holy Family with just over 4 minutes to go as Stebbins plays it back in. And Lynn guns it off to the corner. Winds up behind the goal, and it's going to be picked up there by Blood. And not much on the pass around there. Now it winds up back behind the net in the near corner for Cooper Avelar. 2 goals, 2 assists in the opener. Now here's a shot, and that goes wide off the boards from Perrin. And now Lechner at the right point holds it in. Lechner, coughed it up, and it comes out, and here's a chance. Here's Avelar over the line, one-on-one with a trailer. Avelar lets the puck come through, but a diving play by Perrin. knocks the puck away, and they don't get a shot. Cheeseman plays it ahead, but Sorensen is there for the Fire. Sorensen shoots, and that goes wide. Rebound, and that's stuffed off to the corner where Alexander tries to play it around. Here's Avelar with 3.5 minutes to go. Now Sorensen, and it's loose in the circle, finally comes towards the left point, and Galvin is it across, and it's tipped on out to center by Madden Brown. Played back in with men trapped, and Holy Family has to tag up, and they do. With just over 3 minutes now to play, and Holy Angels closing in on its first victory of the season. As here comes Cole Cheeseman over the line. Cheeseman cuts to the slot, lays it across. It's deflected behind Brown, and now here comes Holy Family back. Over the line, Ryder Sorensen plays to the right. It comes in front, and that's the best chance they've had in 2 periods as Donovan Klin puts it by the right post. Now here's Alexander taking a shot, and a save made by Sill with 2:49 to go.
That's a classic example of why shots on goal is a bad stat. Donovan Klin has a grade A opportunity. The puck slides wide of the net. That's not a shot on goal.
No.
Meanwhile, goes back to the point, they limp a little shot on net, and he catches it. That's a shot on goal. Do you see why I don't like the term shot on goal?
I see that, and I do not disagree with you. But Holy Angels has a lot more of them and also has a 5-2 lead.
No question.
And now here's Crosby in the high slot, feeds it over to the right point, and Alexander shoots, and a save made by Sill. Like another face-off.
Will they give him one there? I don't think they will.
No, it was going wide.
Yep, I agree with you. Well, we're narrowing down our choices for player of the game. Looks like it's going to be Cole Cheeseman instead, unless something crazy happens here in the final 2:30. We'll join Olivia King and Cole down on the ice.
Now played into the Holy Family zone. Cheeseman goes after it. Around to the near side. That's not Cheeseman, actually. That is Buckland 23 instead of 28.
23-28. I can see how you make that mistake.
Well, you know, the older you get, the more often they happen, right? As it comes back into the zone and it's played around behind the net. And with just over 2 minutes left, it's in the near corner for Segfeld. Now, Holy Family starting up and lugging the puck is Carson Wright. No, check that. It's Wilsey over the line. And Wilsey goes behind the net and left it there. Trying to center Wyant. That's blocked. And it's picked up by Buckland. Now it does come in front and loose. Here's a shot. Oh, just wide by Baranivsky. Now it winds up along the boards and finally played towards the right point. And now Kuglin. And then he throws it across. Here's a shot that's off the traffic and wide from Wilsey. Now behind the net, Kazergott in control. And he feeds it ahead. And that's going to go all the way down the ice for an icing call. We got a 1:26 to go. You mentioned the tradition that Holy Angels is playing, and who else is coming?
Shakopee has replaced Eden Prairie gone, Hillmurray gone for a year, and replacing them as Holy Angels and Shakopee. So we'll have a new couple faces. Looks like we're going to have new teams for next year I'm working on, but should be another great event this year.
All right. And that's the new year now.
Yeah, January 1, 2, 3. We're all alone. There's no high school hockey going on in those 3 days.
That's
we have the
perfect.
stage all to ourselves.
That's perfect.
We might share a little bit with the World Juniors.
All right, here comes Holy Angels. This is Hunsaker over the line as we hit the 1 minute mark. And the Stars get a turnover, shot from the wing boards, and that winds up going behind the net from Rogan Van Bellinger, 21. Now, in the last minute, Holy Angels starts up. Stebbins at center, closed down by Baranivsky, and it winds up back to Olsen. 35 seconds to go, and a solid victory for Holy Angels here tonight against a talented Holy Family Fire team. 25 seconds to go. Centering pass. Baranivsky shoots it over the top of the goal. Now controlled by Hester, and it rings the boards to the right point. Alexander plays it down, and now try to thread a pass through to the near corner for Henry Hoffman. Then that's broken up with 10 seconds left, and here's Hester. In the right corner leaves it there for Chase Russ, and now he will just bank it off the wall. It'll go all the way down the ice, and that will do it. Our final score here tonight is Holy Angels 5, Holy Family 2. The final shots 34-12. So 8 shots in the third period for Holy Angels for a game total of 34, and 2 in the third period for Holy Family for a game total of 12. Holy Family 0 for 3 in the power play, Holy Angels 0 for 1. Holy Family opened the scoring through their freshman Donovan Klin at 4:52. But then Hester, Lechner, Cheeseman, McKenzie, and Cheeseman again for Holy Angels. And Wyant with the other goal for Holy Family. So we are awaiting the announcement of the player of the game, which, as you mentioned, would be Cole Cheeseman.
Cole Cheeseman. It's not always the guy with the most points. I remember last year we had a young man from St. Thomas Academy. He didn't have the most points, but he created the most offense and the great defense. And I waved off the most points kid and gave it to the other kid, and he ended up being a Mr. Hockey finalist. So it looks like we knew what we were talking about there, and a great season for the cadets last year, and I look forward to seeing them in our tradition event again this year in Prior Lake, and look forward to seeing Holy Family next year. They've joined on, so the Holy Family crew will be in Prior Lake in December of 2026.
All right. Cheeseman with 3 points tonight, by the way. He had the second assist on Lechner's goal. It's tied the game at 2 at the 16:41 mark of the first period. And the players will gather at center ice, as you might expect, between
Holy Family and Holy Angels. You should have a holy prayer down there on the ice. We're going to have that, and once that's completed, we'll do an interview with Olivia King and Cole Cheeseman.
Well, as you would expect between two Christian schools, that would is your post-game prayer. So
following the interview, we'll go to a break and come back. A little scoreboard show, post-game.
Let's hit tomorrow night, too. And we've got the opener coming up tomorrow night.
Yep, tomorrow night we have Bloomington Jefferson hosting Anoka. Should be a fun game there as well.
Do they still have the Flame A on their uniforms?
I hope they do.
Oh, I hope they do, too.
They do.
The old Atlanta Flame logo.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah. Absolutely beautiful.
All right, it looks like we're getting set downstairs. Olivia King standing by with player of the game, Cole Cheeseman.
Olivia King here with Cole Cheeseman, forward for Holy Angels. First win of the season, how does it feel?
Yeah, it feels great. I mean, we played a pretty good game last week or earlier in the week, but I mean, we didn't get the result we wanted, so we worked at it, and it's better now.
Yeah, you guys came out here tonight and had a great game. What are you guys looking forward to in your next game on Thursday against Minneapolis?
Yeah, that's a big rivalry game for us. A lot of the guys are from the 6-1 too, so it should be a good battle. They always come with some heart, and it's a fun game.
Definitely. You guys came out after a deficit a few times in this game. What were the vibes on the bench?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we didn't start how we wanted to, but we just got to pick each other up, make sure we're staying positive throughout the game and picking each other up.
Definitely. Thank you, Cole, and good luck next Thursday. We'll be back with Friday Night Ice after a few words from our sponsors.
Thank you.
Hey, how's it going?
Great. You here to pick up my truck?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that was easy. Yeah, I knew Luther buys cars, but I had no idea it was this simple and convenient. Is there anything you guys don't do?
Not really.
Will you buy any car?
Yeah.
Even that one?
Even that one.
Wow, you do it all.
Luther Auto, over 40 locations and one of the region's largest inventories. Luther Auto, we do it all.
Brew Pub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brew Pub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brew Pub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brew Pub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Stress fractures in the foot, generally the pain is on the top of the foot. There may or may not be much in the way of swelling, but there's usually tenderness, meaning that if you push on the area, it is sore to touch. So if you've had a change in activity, been doing a little bit more and developed pain that hurts when you walk or certainly hurts more when you try to run on it, that's concerning for a stress fracture. Sometimes those can be seen on x-ray, sometimes it requires an MRI to decide whether or not there is a stress fracture there.
Kids grow up wanting to play hockey for their hometown. Entire communities support and cheer for the home team. Here in Minnesota, hockey and home are interconnected. If you're looking for a home builder that shares your passion for hockey, look no further than the official home partner of the Minnesota Wild, Custom One. Visit CustomOneMN.com to learn more. Custom One, home comes first.
Welcome back to the Bird's Nest post game here. Holy Angels takes it to Holy Family, a 5-2 final score. Cole Cheeseman puts a bow on it with his second goal of the game. Anthony, what'd you see from up here?
Well, I didn't see a holy war, that's for sure, in the second half of the game. That was a holy cow. I mean, Holy Angels was very, very impressive. And again, puck movement is the key. I thought they moved it fast all night long, and they were not shy to go deep. They weren't shy to go east to west, north to south. To me, the key to that game was how quickly and easily they were allowed to move the puck all night, especially in the second half of the game.
Loved watching Holy Angels in transition. That defense to offense, nobody does it faster than Holy Angels. But you can't say enough about the Holy Angels defense. They held Holy Family to just 2 shots in the third period.
3 in the last 2 periods.
Back-to-back periods with 2 shots apiece. So the Stars defense more than keeping up with the offense.
Yeah, no question about it. I still see them. We were talking about, he was asking who were the best 3D. Jeff was asking me during the game. I'm like, I don't think there's any weakness. There's no real drop-off from 1 to 6. I mean, obviously Olsen and Stebbins don't get as much play, but they got a lot of ice time tonight, and that'll pay dividends down the road.
I did notice on the forward side they were mixing in Madden Brown a little bit with Ayers, Assad, and Cheeseman. So Coach Grizz and company not shy about rotating in some players who they see a bright future for.
Do you remember Madden Brown on that Hopkins Bantam 8 team over
Sure
the Lumberjack?
Sure I do.
Fun to watch. A lot of fun to watch that kid. Fun to watch him now playing as a sophomore for the Stars.
And earning some real quality minutes in that top 6. Again, 5-2 Holy Angels. The shots on goal 34-12 by the end of the game. In the last half of the third period, do you feel like Holy Angels kept the foot on the gas, or did they back off just a little?
I felt like they kept the foot on the gas, especially they played aggressively, but I don't feel like they were going for goals. But I feel like they took the game to Holy Family the entire third period.
I would have to agree. A brief scoring summary for you. Cam Hester, Teddy Lechner, Bennett McKenzie, and 2 from Cole Cheeseman, the goal scorers for Holy Angels, and for Holy Family, Donovan Klin and Joey Wyant. In the third period for Holy Family, I'll posit a question this way again. Did you see them lay down a little bit? Were they fighting back in the third period and just not getting chances? What did you see in the third period specifically from Holy Family?
I feel like Holy Family was just kind of hanging on. Like, let's just get out of here without getting hurt, and let's move on to the next game, which is tomorrow night against someone called Edina. How do you pronounce that? Edina.
You're the geography expert.
Play tomorrow night just north of here at Braemar Arena. That's not going to be fun.
Well, we'll chalk it up to experience. How does that sound?
It's good experience for them.
It is good
They
experience.
don't make the section final last year without a tough schedule, and I think this is a good formula for Coach Freley.
Nobody remembers anyone's regular season record at the end of section playoffs, do they?
Not a bit.
Not a bit. We'll be back in a moment with a scoreboard show. We'll run through some scores from boys' high school games around the state, some girls' high school, maybe even a little NCAA men's and women's Division I. We'll be back with a scoreboard show after a word from our sponsors.
They'll tell you, if you stay and play high school hockey, you won't make it to the next level. They rarely talk about how special it is to play for your community. To represent where you came from, to wear your school's colors, working one-on-one with coaches, and best of all, playing with your best friends. It can be difficult to know if you're hitting the mark. But when you're hitting the mark, you'll know. Custom hockey jerseys proudly made in the USA.
Lots of pizzas are made in the heart of America's Dairyland, Kaukauna, Wisconsin. Every Brew Pub Pizza is made with the highest quality meat and veggie toppings. Then bombarded with over half a pound of award-winning Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. Snag a slice of Brew Pub Pizza at the concession stand or enjoy a whole pizza conveniently located in the frozen pizza section of your local grocery store. Brew Pub, lots and lots of pizzas, the ingredients for a great...
Everyone knows Luther does it all, but did you know you can do it all? At home?
I just sold my car.
On your phone?
I just got pre-approved. I just scheduled an oil change.
Whenever, wherever.
I just bought a new car.
Anything and everything, whenever and wherever. LutherAuto.com. You can do it all.
Checking in with a few scores around the state. The Minnetonka, I believe it's called the Thanksgiving Preview. They lured a few
they do.
teams
Like
out to
Andover's in that too, aren't they?
Minnetonka over Rogers by a final score of 3-0. Jordan Johnson, Caden Lindsay, Max Aronson, the goal scorers for the Skippers. 33 saves from Tyler Bacon, but the Royals dropped to 1-3 to start the season.
The high-flying Royals are more like the low-flying Royals at this point.
Can you fly low?
I don't know. I mean, they have not put the puck in the net against good competition yet.
It's a long season.
It is.
It's a long season. Shakopee over Andover, a resounding 7-1 win
Andover
for
is
the Sabres.
very short-handed right now, so
Very
just
short-handed.
like last year, don't sleep on the Huskies.
No, started last
promise
year
you.
0-9.
Something like
before
that, yeah.
going to the state tournament.
Yeah.
In progress the last time I checked, but Moorhead with a 5-3 lead over Warroad.
Ooh,
Joey
in the
Cullen,
Gardens.
2 goals, 4 points.
Wow, that's shocking.
Good start. Good start for the sophomore. Matamidi Centennial, I believe we have a final here. Matamidi over Centennial, the Zephyrs. What more can you say about Jeff Poschel and the job he's done at Matamidi? They just keep coming.
He's a magician.
You were going to say madman, and then you changed it to magician.
Mad scientist.
He's a mad magician.
He is.
Combine
He is.
both
He is.
analogies. Hermantown and Cretin-Derham Hall is currently in progress. Hermantown with a 4-2 lead over the Raiders.
That'd be the Raiders' second consecutive Class A loss.
To a very, very good Class A.
1 and 2 in the state, in my opinion.
Well, 1 and 2 in the state, and I think everybody's opinion.
And with Hibbing and Hermantown will both be in the top 10, in my opinion, in AA.
All
This
right.
year's teams would be.
Girls High School, Warroad gets back on the winning hobby horse with a 3-0 win over Andover.
Nice.
Back in the winning
It's a good
column.
win. They got some goals as opposed to the last game against Bemidji.
With a
getting
big ol'
blanked 2-0.
Big old goose egg. Section 3 AA action. Apple Valley scores a big win over Park Cottage Grove.
Could they be the favorites, Peter?
In 3 AA?
I think they can be.
I believe Apple Valley is the favorite.
Now, with all those
3
years
AA.
with Michaela Moran, did they go to state ever? Maybe one.
I would have to
kick at the
employ
can?
a research savant to
But, like,
find
isn't it
that
crazy?
out.
She leaves, and all of a sudden, they're the favorites in the section.
I don't know if that's... I wouldn't necessarily consider it Michaela's fault. I mean,
No,
she had 500 points.
Gosh, no.
But,
No. But
It is a bit of an ironic...
it's kind of like the old Paul Martin deal. Remember, he leaves Elk River, and the next year they win state.
No, I was in diapers then,
Hey,
so
it's
I
like-
don't really remember. But.
You were not in diapers in
No, I was in
2000. Unless you wore diapers when you were 10 years
I
old.
wore diapers for a longer time than I'd care to admit. Oh, did I just say that into a microphone? NCAA Men's Division I, North Dakota, this game also in progress, holding a 2-1 lead over Bemidji State.
Beavers always give UND a problems.
They do.
Always.
I'm not quite sure what it is. Maybe it's the green.
I think I just love. They look forward to that game.
They do. Minnesota State over Northern Michigan 4-1.
Winless, defeated Northern Michigan. They've yet to win a game this year.
They are praying for a return to the early 90s, aren't we all? St. Thomas and Michigan Tech.
Is that a
currently-
final?
Michigan Tech and St. Thomas?
Yeah.
They were tied 1-1, entering a shootout the last time.
Okay,
I
so they
looked at
both
the
earned a
College
tie
Hockey
then, yeah.
News, scoreboard. NCAA Women Division I, St. Cloud State over Colgate.
It's a good win.
3-2 in overtime.
That's a good win for the Huskies.
Yeah, it's almost like their new coach has really inspired some intense
Absolutely.
confidence in the middle of the state.
I saw this one, Minnesota State over Dartmouth.
Minnesota State over Dartmouth, 5-2.
Nora
Coach,
Kroll returning to Minnesota, where she's done a great deal of recruiting.
she has.
I wonder how many recruits came down to see her this weekend in Mankato.
I'd say at least a half dozen.
I would bet.
If I were a betting man. And then Bemidji State over Lindenwood, or maybe I
Wow,
think I might have that wrong.
let's
I think
go.
Lindenwood might be over Bemidji State. I think I have a scoring error.
That
here
would
in
be
my
a
own
that
notes.
would be a upset in my opinion if Lindenwood beat Bemidji State, because I think the Beavers are definitely.
This is why we have a production team. The score is correct on the Friday Night Ice scoreboard. Lindenwood University over Bemidji State.
Really,
by a
that's an
final score
upset.
of 7-4.
That's an upset in my opinion.
It is an upset, but I also feel like Lindenwood, both on the men's and women's side, is starting to gain a little bit of traction,
Absolutely.
finding their niche in the recruiting world and exploiting the middle of America, where some of these elite blue blood programs just refuse to go.
You're sounding like a business. We're going to exploit Middle America.
Well, I don't sound like a business. I probably sound like
Exploit
James
them.
Carville, the raging Cajun. I don't think I have any more scores for you. Do you have any final notes on the first Friday Night Ice broadcast of the season from Bloomington Ice
Near
Club?
perfection, in my opinion. They had a high-flying hockey game, great atmosphere in the building. Robin Cook on the mic down there, Jeff Pappas on the mic. You and I just did our job and made it happen.
All we got to do is show up, baby. You can't mention Robin Cook without mentioning his partner in crime, Brad Soderberg, who mans the clock better than anybody I've ever seen. His reactions are like the world's fastest cat.
And how about our new sidekick, this Olivia King? She knocked it out of the park with her interviews, her research. She's one of the gang now. I'm fully convinced that she's going to be a superstar in this business, thanks to our producers, Justin Mass and Greg Finty. Those two have been fantastic for us, dating back 10 years now, maybe more than 10 years now, doing youth tournaments, high school broadcasts, and here, Friday Night Ice, brought to you by Luther Auto.
We're trying to remember how long we've been doing this. It has certainly been long enough, and it's been long enough tonight. It is time for us to say goodbye, good night, and thank you for watching Friday Night Ice.
In life, we all need a little help to reach our summit. Whatever your summit looks like, it's easier to reach when your body is strong and healthy. At Summit Orthopedics, our team of highly specialized physicians listens to and values every one of our patients. We take a conservative approach to care to get you back to your healthy and active lifestyle. Reach your summit. Summit Orthopedics. Visit summitortho.com to make an appointment today.
Brew Pub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brew Pub Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brew Pub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brew Pub Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Hey, how's it going?
Great. You here to pick up my truck?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that was easy. Yeah, I knew Luther buys cars, but I had no idea it was this simple and convenient. Is there anything you guys don't do?
Not really.
Will you buy any car?
Yeah.
Even that one?
Even that one.
Wow, you do it all.
Luther Auto, over 40 locations and one of the region's largest inventories. Luther Auto, we do it all.
Some matzo pizzas are made in the heart of America's dairyland, Kaukauna, Wisconsin. Every Brew Pub Pizza is made with the highest quality meat and veggie toppings. Then bombarded with over half a pound of award-winning Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. Snag a slice of Brew Pub Pizza at the concession stand or enjoy a whole pizza conveniently located in the frozen pizza section of your local grocery store. Brew Pub, lots of matzo pizzas, the ingredients for a great time.